Oh,
Can you say something, Scott?
he's not on Hangouts, is he? I'll send the link into the Roll20 here real quick. Dun, dun,
Don't
dun.
you dare, River.
All right.
Oh, I just set down my dinner, so she was sniffing at it.
Yeah, Scott was here last time on Hangouts.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Shouldn't be.
So, my first recommendation is that we finish off those zombies using ranged attacks.
Probably.
It's not a bad idea.
I don't have a bow, so I will be the one. I'll go around and I'll search the area for arrows that may have survived.
That's a good idea.
I've got 15 you can have.
For now, yes. Yeah, that's true. Brad won't need them. You can still fire Brad. You're -2 though.
Yeah.
Because or whatever your non-proficiency is for.
Yeah.
Actually, your ranger. Yeah, it's -2, I think.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Now, quick question: can anyone share their Roll20 screen on Google Hangouts? If I could show you how to do it real quick, it's not, and then that's on the because I noticed we're not been doing that on the videos. It's too bad because if I show, it shows everything. I've got the DM version.
Yes.
All right, I'll put on a fucking music mix and then I'll share my screen.
DJ Alex.
No, you guys don't get to hear my music. Fuck that.
Yeah. What kind of music do you like to listen to, Alex?
Depends what I'm doing. Sometimes I just turn on mixes.
Okay.
Just large compilations from other YouTubers, and then I just let it go.
Oh, nice.
And
Yeah.
sometimes when I plan on running games or start making games or working on character builds, I just put on nice music, classics, pianos.
Oh, nice. Yeah. The reason I ask is I host a thing with Geeks Who Drink. I think I mentioned that. And responsibilities is I'm supposed to make mixes of music. So I actually have a geeky themed playlist.
Nice.
Yeah, it's it starts out. I think the only two songs, or actually the only song, that isn't geeky is my intro. But my outro, I always try to end with Princes of the Universe, and the exit music is the victory theme from Return of the Jedi.
Nice. That's gonna have some Flash Gordon in there.
That would be a good one. I have a bunch of stuff from Red vs. Blue, this other animation show called Ruby. A couple of just geeky like folk songs. So I think I have a couple of those. A couple of TV themes,
More slots are huge.
I guess is Scott here now?
He's having troubles. He can hear us, but he can't. His mic isn't working.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
yes.
So I told him to check the settings first on Hangouts, and then on his computer, or like on Windows, because sometimes one of those can be turned off or down.
And restart Hangouts, of course.
I had the same thing when I fired up today, so it took me 2 or 3 minutes to get it all sorted out.
Yeah.
If you want, can you let me share vision with everyone else so any viewers can see what everyone else is seeing?
You can do that. No?
Not on my own.
Oh, right. Hold on.
I can only see what I can see. I mean, I can move my character around. But...
Oh my god, cat. Yeah, my cat is being... Oh, I see. Present to everybody. Like that?
I only see what I normally see.
No, that's good.
Okay.
That'll do
that's
for
fine.
now. Yeah, that's all. Anything to help give some visual, and that's great if you can do that. That's awesome.
Oh,
But
I'll just move my bot
it'll
around.
cut us off. You won't see us every time we speak. We won't be there. Sorry, guys. Celebrity status is taking a cut.
That's okay.
Okay. Well, we'll start though and give Scott benefit of the doubt. He can type in quickly what he wants to do. So everybody, I'm going to give you, how long do you all agree you want to take here before you move in whatever direction? Before time is a bit of a factor because you're in a dungeon and who knows what's wandering around. There's going to be encounters.
Yeah, and I'm under more of a day-long cutoff point severely for me with that drink I had before we left.
Yes, you are at 4.5, so that's 5 hours now on your tally.
Yeah,
Out of 9.
so we gotta push the speed here a little. So yeah, a minute or two here to regain ourselves here and recompose ourselves. Maybe another minute or so to pop off all them zombies in the cells.
Well, that could be trickier than you think.
Yeah, it could be as soon as we start attacking them. Turned.
And by the way, in a boat, it's a matter of turns. That turn effect is going to be done.
Oh right, yes.
And you can't do it more than once on this really special occasion.
Yeah.
But the doors could be wedged shut pretty good. I mean, they're meant to hold things.
Yeah.
They're not flimsy at all. They're tough.
I will move around to do that. Then I will wedge the doors shut.
Really well. Tack them right in there with something.
So that'll take, let's say, about 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on, I might be able to do. I was thinking about my other character. My other character had pittance that I could use, but I don't have them. But these are jail cells, so I imagine they have locks and bars.
So Scott, for now, type in what you want to do for the next 5 minutes. So let's say everyone has 5 minutes, which is a lot of time when you're under a dungeon. I'm going to get Boudica. You're next after Scott.
Right.
What do you do for 5 minutes? Because that's how long it's taken for Short to go down there. Unless somebody wants to help him, that can shorten the time, by the way. If you want to help out. For everybody, help him wedge the door is better. Just make it so that these zombies won't be going anywhere for a long time.
Sure, yeah.
I'll give him a hand.
All right, so it'll compound. It'll now take you guys only about 2 minutes.
Yeah. Going down the list.
Yeah. Now we got Zhang. You're kind of this. Well, go ahead.
Actually, I'm already standing in the archway or doorway or something here.
Yeah.
Is there anything in this other torture chamber area, or do I just want to leave?
You could spend the next 2 minutes searching it, and it could give you a little better idea.
Okay. Not someplace I really want to hang around very long, but a minute or two to search it over, make sure nothing else is coming out of this side might be a safety feature.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, give me 100. Okay, so you're going to have to move around the room.
Okay.
With your character. And during this time, I'm going to assume it doesn't really matter which side you go. They look pretty similar in a sense that there's nothing to the south or north. Oh, to the north, there is some sort of cell in the ground that's covered by a rusty steel grate.
Okay, now I see it. Yes.
Maybe 10 feet across. It's quiet. There's cobwebs and stuff hanging everywhere, but you didn't see any spiders. Old cobwebs. There's skeletons all over the place, more than represented on. I forgot to put more in, but there are probably about 4 or 5 skeletons now. What'd you get on that 100-sided? And also, I'm going to need, if you have, what else? Oh, darn it! I just closed a window. I needed.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Oh, there it is. Saved. It's cobwebby recent. Yeah. Okay. So 62. Okay. So you notice, it's this place. You pick up a smell in your nostril, and it's been down here, but it's pretty strong in here. That the smell of sort of a bit of fresh blood, yet old, like an old unkept butcher shop.
Ugh. Mm-hmm.
And you do also notice that some of the skeletons have recently been, all their flesh has been completely removed.
Yuck.
And on one, you come up to one that's against the wall over here.
Uh-huh.
This guy here. He's been, well, you think like you find some rotten flesh on him, but he hasn't been here for 100 years. So it's just more evidence, but this torture chamber may have been used
more recently than 100 years ago?
Yeah.
That's disturbing. Very disturbing. Okay.
Yeah, good call, Scott. Yes, indeed, Scott. Our little adventure. Oh, Scott, can I send you on the map?
That's a good possibility, yeah, Scott. Yeah.
Let me have a quick look here again. Yeah, and there was some blood splatters that were not cleaned up. It looked like the place was, somebody went through some lengths to kind of not leave a mess. Somebody meticulous, maybe.
Somebody's trying to hide the fact that they're using this again? Possibly?
Yeah, it's odd.
Ugh. But yet they're leaving skeletons on the torture chambers.
And Scott, did you roll 100-sided too? Sorry, he's in here helping you kind of look. I'm assuming he came in and looked. Boudica and everyone else is shimmying these doors closed so that the zombies can't bother you guys again.
Yeah, we got one light source out there, and I have the other light source.
Yeah. And then the 2 minutes are going to be up. Not even 2.5 minutes, 3.
Yeah. That's about all I'd want to spend in here anyway. And the more I find out, the less I want to be here.
And Scott, you can give yourself 100 XP for kind of getting that light bulb going. Like, yeah. And everyone probably suspected it, but he's the one who voiced it or wrote it. And I'll get 100-side from him, and then we'll go back to the rest of the party. We have to come up with a consensus of what we wish to do. Zhang will tell you guys probably what she found. There's a torture chamber, and so on. And it's grisly, nasty. It's nasty as they come pretty well. It's actually make a Constitution save. Now, you're pretty hardened and tough, so there's no minuses or anything. And
that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and you're grim and whatnot. Now, if you really excel at those, I'll give you bonuses. Right? By the way.
Yeah.
It's not a negative thing necessarily. Penalty. Guiden, if you want to make one as well, because this place will shake up the faint of heart. And oh wow.
Oh no, not Guiden again.
Wow, so that's actually a crit fail.
Guiden runs out of the room vomiting.
Yeah, he's not good with this. Yeah, he's not really good with this stuff. If you could roll a 4-sided die, and that you'll be sort of is grossed out. Okay, for 3 turns, which is half an hour.
Little queasy in the belly.
You're
Ooh.
gonna be -1, like in, and yeah, well, it hit you, and it would. It was gross, and no,
Being an elf, this is
I wasted a 20.
It's things that would gross out the Roto-Rooter man.
And the rest of you will have a bit of warning and stuff when you want to come in, and you'll get. Actually, if you go in that room, you have to make the roll. I'm afraid.
Okay, everybody, that's not someplace you want to hang around. This is not good.
Yeah, and I guess you share your information. Now, that pit seemed to be unoccupied. There were skeletons down there, by the way, at the bottom of the pit. Couple inert, thankfully.
Thankfully, not moving.
Yeah.
But overall, definitely not someplace we want to hang around very long. Not for the faint of heart, and not for me either.
Anyone else want to try their luck in there?
Kind of place you don't want to search.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You might find.
There might be more clues in there, but they might not be worth it. Put it that way.
Thanadru, you want to carry my my lantern? You're more than welcome to go in.
Oh yeah, I've got a lantern. Yeah, I got a bullseye lantern.
Oh, you got the other one, right?
Now, if you're Elven, you get a benefit to that roll, by the way. And dwarves do.
Gwyden's not going to benefit from that because he hit the 20.
So, Thrandur, you go in there, you want to look around, it'll take...
Sure. He's not very queasy, so it's like, I'll have a look.
It'll take another couple... it'll take a little while, a couple of minutes.
Even though his fingers melted off, he's like, yeah, okay.
They point out... Zhang points out, I don't know, what do you want to tell him?
The one skeleton in the corner there still got some recent flesh on it. There's actually some blood around the floor on that one. The pit in the corner, and check some of the other skeletons. They seem to be a little fresh, like recently flesh flayed.
I look for any tripwires or anything sneaky or tricky before I approach.
Well, he was over there, and he was investigating the skeleton quite closely. Like, he got up to it.
Yeah.
He did an investigation of the room.
How about these racks and stuff?
Yeah, you go up and check out, and you confirm that this thing has recently been stripped of its flesh completely, and then maybe strapped back up, oddly enough, by some sadomasochist freak.
Maybe they're preparing it to animate it as a skeleton or something.
Maybe, yeah, perhaps. Or we're dealing with the madman.
Well, let's see. Is there anything else much of interest in this room?
Roll 100-sided.
8.
You sniff around just with distaste. You can't find anything or clue or nothing stands out. Like there's a couple torture tables. The pit seems to be where it is. Heaven forbids you want to crawl down in there.
Yeah. So I'll get out of here and seize or something.
Yeah, you retreat out of there. Now you have to make a con save, but yours is going to be +3 because you have elven blood. So or -3.
No, I'm a human.
Oh.
Yeah, it's my other range. I know I get confused with the two too.
Oh, make con, but you were warned, so I'll give you a plus or -1.
Constitution. Okay.
See if you were troubled, and we'll see in what way you're troubled. It was more physical for Scott, but you might have different things.
+1 or -1?
-1 to your roll, which is a benefit.
-1.
Actually, I should have done that differently, but we'll do it for now.
Yeah.
So just roll 20-sided, and for now.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, what did you get?
5.
Oh, so yeah, you sense, yeah, you sense the remnants, the spirits of the dead and the tortured in here, and it's just awful. But you're totally like grim about it, and you're like, yeah, we're here for a reason. I don't know what god you call upon or what sort of mantra you say, but you probably would say it or do whatever. at this point.
Yeah,
And you get
a very pious guy.
you get 50 experience points.
Okay.
Okay, anyone on the left? Anyone else want to go in there quickly? There's 3 of us have gone. Various effects, it seems.
I don't know if there's much in here to see.
Yeah, no. Not particularly interested.
Okay. Scott, you're done already. That was just, I got Boudica was left.
He's
Or Shorten,
rebooting.
you can go in there if you want to, Shorten.
So what everyone find in there, if anything?
Like
Lots of disgusting dead.
It's pretty clearly a torture chamber, possibly where someone's making undead. It's pretty gruesome in there.
All right. Well, I think I've already attracted Heronius's attention, so I'll kind of enter the room, but I'm not going to search it. I'm going to pray for the spirits to find their way to Heronius so that they can find their way to the afterlife.
Interesting. Okay, everybody's watching Shorten saying this and doing this. And there seems to be a bit of an aura, some swirling darkness around him a little bit. You start to see, but he's confidently chanting his mantras and his chant. And Shorten, could you make me a saving throw? And I'm going to give you a benefit of +5. Now, you're trying to roll high in this case. Pardon to confuse you. I'm going to start using saving throws more than checks. Checks are more for physical things like jumping over a river or something. This is where it's more spiritual or poisonous and stuff. It comes down to saving throws, okay?
Okay.
So in this case, I'm going to give you a bonus, though, of +5. Do you have your saving throws written out? It's on Petrification and Polymorph. And you have your holy symbol out, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I'll be using my holy symbol and praying to my god.
Nice. Now, you guys realize that there's a sparkling in the air, and you guys are getting goosebumps. This is an evil place. And so go ahead, roll a 20-sided, and you add 5. You feel you're on a bit of a roll. What'd you get?
I'm rolling against Petrification, right?
Yeah.
I did not give myself any bonuses for that, which is my fault. So
right now, your base number is 13.
I don't know what that means.
That means you have to roll 13 or more to make that save as a default number. Now, you may have racial bonuses or some other bonuses that you've accrued. But I just gave you +5. So what did you roll on your 20? For now,
I got 10. +5 is 15.
So that would have beat the 13. You would have just made it right there. And I can help you with your save modifications if you have anything. Like dwarves have lots of them, gnomes have lots of them, elves have some, I think, and stats help out. Like if you have really high wisdom, you get saves on things like spell attacks. Or
well, my wisdom is pretty. My wisdom is 16.
Yeah, that might help you out. I'll have to look that up, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So you made your roll and you're chanting, and suddenly the room, that gloomy darkness seems to dissipate and disappear. First of all, roll 100-sided, and I'm giving you a bonus on this one. It's a very difficult roll. Everyone else has failed it so far. And just because suddenly you see the room much more clearly, everyone does sort of. They look in and everyone's just like eyes open. They didn't realize how dark the very spiritual essence of that place was.
I got 84.
Okay, the roll was basically you had to roll over 90 for everybody, and I was going to say I was going to double that, so you have to roll over 80, and you rolled an 84.
Blue.
And everyone can see now, and Thrandu is looking the ranger, and he's like, look, and you can see that there is a pattern in the blood. The blood seems to look more natural and pure, if you can call it that. It's one of the things in the room that looks normal, and it's not tainted. and everything else seems to have a cover tainted to it. You can see it. You can all see it now. Like he's sort of done this counter blessing in the room.
Strange.
And there's a trail of blood that goes to the pillar to the south.
Something must have animated here and wandered off or something.
I'm assuming I'm still praying. So.
Yeah, and a couple of people wandered a bit in the room and were like, wow. And it's only been about a minute and a half now goes by.
Check for secret doors. There might be something around here if there's any elves, especially.
So let's role play this. You ask everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, Thrandu, let's look for secret doors. Quickly look around, and you guys check the base. Now, any elves? Everyone can roll 6-sided who wants to check.
I'll just continue doing my chants, so I won't be looking.
Yeah, that's enabled it, and everyone feels better in here. And now you don't have that effect anymore, by the way, Scott. Oh, wait, you can go back in the room. Well, I'm going to say you did. You kind of came back, and you've been wiping vomit off your chin, but now you come back, and you feel confident. Indeed. But you guys get there, and it's a mysterious trail of blood.
It goes to where? This pillar here, you said?
You're not sure it went that direction. You thought it did, but when you got close, it doesn't appear it did.
That's why I thought there might be a secret door or something. Maybe the trail of blood led somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna track it, I guess. Use the tracking ability.
Oh, like I said, it peters out, but it looked like there was a trail at first, and then you guys checked it out and didn't see anything more. That's it. Like you spend about another 2 minutes goes by the way, or at least probably 5 minutes while Thrandu is still looking around. He's like, "Damn it!" And he's looking at the wall. He's reaching around back there. Yeah, look for trapdoors. He's looking down and he's kicking stuff, but it's
and looking up.
And looking up.
That's right.
You never know.
Everybody. It didn't happen. Everybody, you can't find where you thought the blood trail went to the pillar, and then wait a minute, it went to the door or wall back here, and then no, it's not here. This old blood or something, rust, and you're frustrated, and everyone comes back, and Shorten, you stop your end of your hymn. It's the end of the stanzas. You've sung the full hymn, and it's been about a 4.5 minute song. And you suddenly just stop, and it goes quiet in this room, and suddenly everyone feels a bit of a trill again. It's just
okay.
And
let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And you guys pushed your luck. You think you're like, yeah, let's go.
Let's go back, check them other 2 doors that we were behind all that junk before we got jumped by them zombies.
So everybody moves back into the main hall, so to speak, with the other columns, and it's like a cellar here too. The roof's not very high; it's 8 feet high, and smoky and sooty. Who's carrying lights, by the way? I think I got it rigged.
I have a hooded.
Right.
And Jang has a regular lantern. I forget whose it was, but
could somebody roll a 6-sided die for me, please? Okay, it's you guys come back into the main hall, and you have memories of the slime and the zombies, and that's all in the past. You're out of that grisly place. There's indications of madness there, by the way. And you guys didn't fail your, so you know, you can get phobias there and flaws in that circumstance. Serious stuff too. It could F you up. but you guys are getting hardened, and you're low level, right? So that's it. Now there's a big door up ahead, and this one, now that you're getting clued into this place, you realize that this door up here is not like covered in cobwebs and stuff, or it might have been used in the recent past. Yeah, Scott, that 20, damn. So now we can go down. Does anyone have an overall idea what the party wants to do next? Time is still ticking.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of a dead end down here because there's not much there, anyways.
There's 3 doors, or you can leave.
We did find those 2 doors that were locked, and then we have the one that's right in front of us.
Well, no, the other 2 weren't locked. They were just hidden behind the pile of junk.
Oh,
or were they locked?
They
down here. The other one?
They were locked, and they actually had new locks on them.
Oh.
And maintained, like, looked very operational. The place, they cleverly hid it, and I didn't play that up properly. I forgot to in my notes. So you guys would have had to go deep in there to actually discover these doors. They were actually cleverly obstructed, but they're well maintained, heavy reinforced oak doors with new locks. Everything, it's just weird. There's somebody with a lot of OCD down here, or perhaps schizophrenia. Not quite sure.
We don't get anybody with an axe down here. We could chop the lock off, do we? Or do we want to make that much noise?
Nobody can pick locks here?
I can poorly, but I don't think we actually have a thief.
Do you have a lock pick set?
Yeah, we're kind of missing a mage and a thief.
Missing a mage and a thief, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, we got a cleric though.
Dead.
Alex.
Nothing.
What?
Where is Relinora?
Kind of necessary.
I can play 2 characters. It's fine.
Yeah, we've done lots of that too, playing 2.
So everybody is scattered out a bit, I noticed. We have light sources, I'm hoping, and those of you with dark vision can go beyond those, and you're fine. Boudica, you're in front of this large door.
Yes.
I assume you're going to go kind of check it out.
I'm curious about it. It looks like it hasn't been used.
Yeah. It actually looks like it has been used.
Or it looks like it has been used.
Has been.
Yeah, there's no
cobwebs
cobwebs or
good,
anything.
I promise.
There's no cobwebs or anything around it.
Okay, make up your. Yeah, no. You actually found there's grease on the hinges.
Oh, so somebody's clearly maintained this door, not only used it.
And everyone's gathering around you. You notice they're kind of coming over. You've won the attention. The door's over here, forgotten for now. Unless you guys have to decide real quick. You're following up Boudica. Anyone want to role play at any time can express themselves in that manner, of course.
Yeah, I'm good to go through here.
I still think that we should open the other doors. You don't put up new doors and new locks if it wasn't worth protecting.
True.
Fair enough.
Before we go deeper, should we cover our back and do them other 2 doors?
Well, you can try pick them. Somebody said yours was not very good. You don't have a pick set, do you?
No, I did not get a pick set. I need to find one of those without tipping off somebody in town.
Because that'll give you a bonus, but you can give it a try.
Okay, we'll slip
and
over
you can
there.
force the doors as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We got some strong members, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, Scott's been trying to say for a bit here. Yeah, like bend bars, lift gates. So you can do a bend bars roll, I suppose, if it was locked. I guess.
Okay, well, I'll give each of these doors a shot here.
Yeah,
Roger.
Throwing people.
Plus, you get XP. I dish out XP for this stuff. If you step up and say, "Hey, I'll pick that."
Okay, so I've got 40. I got a 43 on lockpick, so it's not really bad. So I'll give it a shot. So that's a D100.
Well, and if not, I have a 17 strength. So
Got it. Click. Now,
Yeah,
you
it's real good lock.
get
You
plus
just hold
15
here.
on a similar lock. So the other lock's quite similar. You get plus 15. Now, give me a second. Now he's like, yeah, I got this.
You just hold it on this side here, give it a little slap like that, and pop right off the bottom.
You seem a little too experienced for my comfort.
Now, this lock is new and well oiled, and the door oh, actually, you picked it. And the door is really heavy. It says actually there were penalties against forcing it, but inside this place is you see stacks of armament. And it's new. You can tell right away. You're just looking like, what?
That's not what I expected to find out.
There's leather jerkins, there's stacks of shields, there's kegs of probably rations and foodstuffs, other implements of war and equipment. Very orderly and precise. At a glance, this could supply quite a few men-at-arms.
I'm going to try stepping in there, see if I see anything. Just straight ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you go in and you realize this is a military depot.
It's like an armory.
Exactly.
Food and weapons and
Salted
shields.
meat.
Somebody's raising a military force.
Stamped with brandy insignias and stuff and rum.
I wonder if somebody's been raiding caravans around here, building up a military force.
This stuff's pretty. A lot of it's very uniform. Like
So
it was acquired. Like this isn't random loot. Everyone copy that.
I'm gonna have a look around for one-handed type weapons because I might want to pick up a long sword. Where's one good one?
There's 30 shields, like round kind of Viking shields, or just sturdy shields. There's 12 suits of leather armor. And there's barrels of salted meat. And there's 5 gallons, kegs of brandy.
Ooh, party time.
And you're just like, wow.
I'm back to the town.
Yeah, zombies don't need food. Definitely not. I'm definitely interested in go checking this other door over here and see if there's more of the same.
Well, somebody's got a militia going, right?
Well, that's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Go ahead, roll your plus 15, because it's a similar lock. You're like, okay, I got this. Actually, it's plus 20.
Plus 20?
Yeah, same lock, sort of.
That one, I rolled a 33, so that would give me a 53, which I wouldn't get.
No, you have to roll less. Oh, and yours is 40-something?
43 or 44, I forget what I said.
Okay, you can take another 2 minutes if you want. Or you can do other methods. You see, I think I got this, but you didn't quite get it.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'll take another couple of minutes to slap around on it, see what it does.
Okay, quickly, anyone have anything particular they want to do in 2 minutes? There's still remnants of green slime around the stairs. You don't like it. It might be trying to form itself again, but it's maybe not.
Are there any one-handed weapons around here? Or is it just shields?
In here, no. It's just shields, armor, and foodstuffs.
Okay, I didn't get this. Somebody's gonna have to muscle this in.
Oh, you missed it again?
Yeah.
Anybody got 18 strength? I got
Anybody
7.
got them?
Fairly strong, but
I'm sitting at 17 as well. But I'm watching our backs.
I'll go ahead. You guys can heave two.
yeah, I can open doors on a 1 to 3.
Yep. So a few minutes have been ticking by the way. I'm keeping track of this stuff. Okay, so you bruise your shoulder up.
Wow, that's solid. Oof.
It is, and it is a solid door. It says here it's actually exceptionally solid.
Unless there's something heavy we can use against it.
Who else took a cut at it? Well, Scott, yeah, he's a big boy, and he hurt himself. Both of you were banging away at it. No luck. Anyone else want to pick locks or anything? We need a thief. Damn.
I just rolled a d6 against my strength to see if I could do anything to it. Got a 2.
What is your strength is?
17.
Oh, yeah, does it? Mm-hmm. It's on a 1 to 3.
Splintered the door open. And give me 1 second. Get rid of that door. This room has something different, yet same theme, so to speak. Yet, I have to find something.
So nobody has to detect magic, eh?
I can't apologize enough.
Hey, clerics are needed, man.
I'm trying to pray the ghosts away. Leave me alone.
Pray the ghosts away.
Now, this room is quite different, and everyone who can see it will see what I mean. Behind this portal are 50 spears, 10 glaives, 6 guisarmes, 8 battle axes, 70 black capes with a yellow eye of fire sewn on them. There's more containers of provisions, and there's crates labeled with stuff. And it's clearly an organized storeroom. Again, militia, army, discipline, smacks of that stuff. It's there's this motif, though, clearly, of a yellow eye of fire sewed onto these black capes.
Does this strike me as like a military symbol, a religious symbol, any kind of historically significant thing, or is this somebody's personal mark?
You could make a very difficult wisdom check at this point. Plus, the connection here. Yeah, it'd be a plus 10 roll. It's really hard to get connection at this point. It's an old symbol, though. You recognize it. It's not really a personal symbol. It's a religious symbol, pseudo chaos symbol too. Yeah, Shorten.
Actually, 16 is my wisdom.
You're like, oh. Wait a minute. And it brings, let me think for 1 second. No, definitely not, Scott. Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that because something just, you remember that, Dean, there was something there that you recognize.
It's almost there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but definitely somebody here is setting up a military operation of some sort, and it's got a uniform. It's got this eye, flaming eye.
The all-seeing eye.
Disguising ourselves wouldn't be a bad idea with these, if we're going to get deeper down.
Somebody want to wear a couple of the cloaks to go in with? If we're going to go further past that solid door over there, that might give us an edge.
Okay, everybody, I'm taking a 3-4 minute hiatus. I'll be right back. Yeah, just keep chatting or take a quick break if you need one.
Bio break if you need it.
Yep.
Indeed.
I was just thinking we should send some wagons here from town to collect all this stuff. It would help the local militia. With a whole bunch of arms and provisions.
Except the cloaks. I suspect heresy.
Good idea to take some. Yeah. Might need them at some point.
I might have to burn those.
Yeah, it's true. You're not going to like them much.
Well, and the irony of the enemy possibly having their own weapons used against them by the townsfolk would not be lost.
But yeah, it might help us sneak in somewhere at some point. Some quotes. Yeah, then we can burn them. Yeah.
I mean, you guys can surprise the enemy, but I'm not tarnishing my god's presence with such a foul garment.
So who's playing Thranadu?
Well, that's me.
Yeah. You're switching over to your Morning Star or whatever it was you were using then for fighting?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, flail. Okay.
You had a weapons in here. It's like, no.
Could I switch you up the light source? I've got a couple of things coming up I would like to not be giving away myself.
Sorry, what's that?
Could I give you the lantern that I'm carrying?
Oh yeah, so I've got a lantern too. Yeah, both.
Oh, you've got a lantern.
Yeah.
I need somebody else with a lantern. Without a lantern that's able to carry one then.
I mean, two of us already have lanterns. Outside of you.
Oh, we got 3 lanterns going? I didn't realize. Okay, I had somebody's lantern.
Yeah, we can refill them on the way back up too. There's that big barrel or cask of oil. Yeah. Kick that down. I thought of maybe kicking that down the stairs with the green slime wasn't burning it out, but then again, we want these supplies.
Yeah. Okay. No, I've got that pixie dust. I'm thinking if we're going to go in a little deeper here, I might just disappear on you for a few seconds and get the drop on something. But I can't do that if I'm carrying the light source.
I see.
It kind of sucked for the humans anyway.
Yeah, we're always such a detriment. Yeah.
Humans.
Okay, light a lantern for the humans.
Well, we got 3 humans, right? And
one that's half human.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
One with half a hand.
Yeah, well, better have a hand than half a man.
Now I can only count to 7.
Hopefully your intelligence is higher than that.
12. Not too bad. He's not a total dummy.
Okay, I'm back, everybody, by the way.
7 now.
Good work so far, everybody. Well done, well done. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything at the moment. I think we're ready to rock on. These rooms speak for themselves. You've caught on to a lot. And you, at the last I known, you guys were going to try on some outfits.
Yeah,
who wants to put on an outfit, or everybody, or who?
I imagine there's a couple of us that don't want to, specifically being Shorten.
I'll take the cloak with me, but I don't really want to wear it until I have to.
Urge to burn rising.
What's that?
Said my urge to burn them is rising.
Yeah, and that roll you made barely, by the way, Dean.
Yep.
Yeah, there was something. There was an alarm bell. Like, yeah, this wasn't a wasn't a good symbol.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but it goes along with everything else down here. It's not a good symbol.
And so we can move on.
Yep.
Hello?
Aaron.
And who's going to put on outfits?
Can anybody hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we can.
Yeah.
Yay!
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay!
And
Okay.
let's assemble the party then. There, you searched the rooms. You didn't find anything of magic or anything. I'm just going to kind of gloss over that in a way. I would have just to get things rolling. But you did find what you found, and it was said a lot. Somebody's got big plans.
Darren,
Yes, sir.
when we get back to town, we're going to send some people here to pick up all these supplies. Be good for the local militia. Lots of weapons, shields.
All right. So who's going to wear capes? By the way, you should put a symbol on so that I know.
Whoever's going in leading would be a good one to have that on. Be the first one seen.
Let's put on the symbol.
I don't like
Yeah,
it. I'll do it.
Isn't there an eye here or something?
Yeah, I thought near the bottom.
Oh, there is. Oh, that's perfect. All right, who's going to put on the eye?
Here you go. The bloody eye.
Okay, that looks cool. It's perfect. The little eye symbol.
So Thrandu, Gwyden, anyone else?
I don't like
I
it.
think
I'll have to do it.
no one else?
No.
And you guys look pretty spiffy. You're like put on these black cloaks with this big symbol on the front and the back. Very, quite prominent.
I didn't realize we had 3 lanterns going, Darren. We were discussing it while you were gone, so I'm going to put mine out. And with the other 2.
And you guys can move. There's only one more way to go.
Yeah.
Besides leave. That's a door.
Yep.
And this one has been used. It's been maintained. And there's some weird sort of freaking schizophrenic meticulousness about this place. Somebody's weird.
Something chaotic about it.
Oh, yeah. Dealing with insanity. Oh, wait a second. Okay, make sure I didn't screw up there. So you guys assemble at that door. Everyone can make a 6-sided roll. I'm not, now you guys didn't say you were actively kind of looking for secret doors, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that when you were looking around, might spot something. And this might be a red herring, guys, completely. I do this all the time. I just say, give me a roll, play with your minds.
I got 5.
Got
All
a
right,
2.
and it seems there's you guys don't find anything, and you find yourselves back at the store. Now, it's important I know now your order and who's wearing the symbol and where they are and who's taking charge in front. Normally, it's underground. It's normally Zhang but now I'm taking it physically as you guys are. So Andrew and Gwyden are in front, and the door is in front of you.
Yeah, because we're wearing cloaks too. So. Okay, so this door's locked or blocked or
No,
no? It's
it's not
just open.
locked. Yeah.
Is it
Oh,
open out?
push.
Oh yeah.
Or well-oiled hinges.
And you're assaulted by a bit of a smell of garbage. Like before, it was more carrion and rotten, like that iron smell of blood and old blood. But now you're getting a bit of garbage smell, and you can see a couple large rats, like giant rats, scurry underneath the pile. They're scared. These ones, they don't confront you. They just you see skulls and garbage, skeletons, all sorts of knickknacks, typical in some ways. But you do also see on the other side, kitty corner to you is another door. And there, yeah. Now, Thrandu, you can make a tracking roll.
Yeah, I want to pick something up too and check it in this pile and see if anything comes out of it.
Well, then you don't check for traps. Yeah, like I said, it seems, Careful, everyone. There could be a couple giant rats in that pile. Might jump at you. Look out.
They're nasty.
Yeah, and they might jump out at you.
I'm thinking of molds and stuff.
Great. Anyone want to speak up or comment? So far, Thrandrew and Scott, you're up front.
Just carefully pick my way through here. Yeah, keep an eye out for anything obvious, sort of trap or, keep an eye on the ceiling as well.
Does anyone have detect traps?
No, I don't.
No.
All right. Could you roll 100-sided die?
Oh.
Okay. No, there's a bit of a walkway, quote unquote, between the two piles. You notice to your right, there's another grotesque pile of bones and skulls. It seems to be a discarded area where something. You see a lot of the garbage is recent. A lot of it's old, but a lot of it's recent. And a lot of the bones have been thrown here. It gives you the heebie-jeebies again, but you're getting used to this, so you're like, yeah.
Okay, well, let's scooging as far away from all the piles of rotten crap as we can.
Okay, move on.
Sneak up here. Yeah, check for tracks, too, see if there's anything there.
You already did, didn't you? No, now you do. Okay, you take quick scan. Everyone else can follow up and speak up or do any spells or prepare something if you wish.
5%.
I mean, you're all... Okay, so you're totally like, all right, I have no idea. You shuffle across the room. You come to this other equally large door. It's 10 foot wide almost. Goes right to the ceiling. Well maintained again.
Okay, I'll just wait here for a second. These guys pick their way through. Just examine it, just have a look, see if there's anything unusual about it.
And it's this lock. It's locked. This one has been replaced as well. And it's similar to the other ones in the other room, but a bit more complex. But Zhang, you'll still get a bonus on this one.
Okay, I'll move up to the front there and
Okay.
give a shot at popping it.
Plus 10 bonus.
There's any keys laying around here?
Oh, but so you do it. Oh, I forgot to mention this. This one also has a large physical bolt lock that isn't keyed. You just on your side, it's got the mechanism. You follow, and it's heavy. There's a big chunk of steel.
It's locked from our side.
No, from the other side. Technically, on your side, you have the lever. It's a one-sided lock, and your side actually has the clicker.
Ah.
Oh, I wonder if it'll slam shut behind us when we go in. After we go through it, maybe.
Okay, well, let's wedge it open or something when we go through.
Yeah, see if it looks like there's any kind of spring mechanism or anything.
Yeah, you're looking around. Some time goes by the way. Now it's been, I have, it's 5.5 hours, by the way, since you guys left, hit the swamp, so to speak. And no, doesn't appear, it seems to be just a heavy hinge, like the other door.
Mm-hmm.
So we can just open it from this side.
Yep.
I want to check one of the bodies.
I'll let Jane.
There's a lot of them, and I want to know how they died.
Actually, mostly junk.
Shorten, okay. Shorten kind of starts getting down on his knee and describe what you do, Shorten. You sad as another, you're a cleric and a very conscientious one, so suddenly you get this deep sadness as you realize there's some poor souls in this room. These are humanic skeletons. Victims, probably.
I'm just going to run my hands over their bones and see just how they died. Did they have any markings that suggest they got mauled or something, or did they just fall over?
Okay, make a either your wisdom or dexterity, whichever is more beneficial. I'll give you a good call on this. You got down there, and Boudica, you're close by. You see Shorten going down, examining the skeleton on the ground.
I matched my wisdom.
And you realize there's gnaw marks on it. And you lurch back. Some are very recent. Yet these are different than the bodies that you found in the other room. This one, these are definite gnaw marks. The other room, it seemed had been delicately eviscerated. Something chewed on these.
I'm going to draw
And are the teeth like large gashing marks or something that we would find off from rats?
You didn't roll really well, so it's beyond that. Something gnawed.
I'll stand up and I'll say to everyone, these men were killed by beasts, not by blade. And I'll pray for their afterlife as well.
Okay, Boudica, you were standing close by. I'm just going to give you a quick dexterity check.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Now, Boudica, remember rats? Like
Yes,
rats?
I do.
You were so ready for this, though, because you were watching that pile and you knew rat was hovering around the edge. And sure enough, this rat scurries and tries to flank Shorten and go to bite, and it's trying to grab one of Shorten's pouches. The stinking rat. But you saw him coming by a mile, and you saw him coming out. You pretending not to. I don't know what you want to do. You have 10 seconds to act.
Okay. Well, I am not within proper range, so I think I'm going to drop my bow, grab out a short sword, and try to skewer the little bastard.
That's a stretch. You look out and you whip your sword. That was very close. You're about -2 seconds. If I'm getting technical and being a jerk,
Oh,
go
fair
ahead.
enough.
Roll your attack.
Okay, hang on. Cat's nudging my head, or my hand rather.
Once again, you got at disadvantage. Now, by the way, the rest of your party kind of glancing curiously, and all of a sudden you see Boudica move real swiftly, and whoosha!
Oh,
And I missed.
What'd you roll?
A 4.
Oh.
And you scare the thing off.
Well,
And
that's better than nothing.
Now, Shorten, you would have lost your pouch, your backpack pouch there. And you would have just been like, hey, where's all my gold and stuff or whatever. Or something. I would have made you roll to see what it might have grabbed.
I got quite a few things.
Yeah, maybe not. But anyway, it skewers back in the piles and gone in the pile. Beaver den. And you're like, look out. So everyone's trying to be quiet and stuff. And there's creak of armor and clink of stuff. And everyone's a bit nervous.
The rat ran away, though, right?
Yeah, it did.
Not as bold as the ones upstairs.
And that's a good thing.
If he values his eyes, he'll get out of here.
A thief rat.
How about we get through this door then and see where we're going to after this? We gotta push
After
along
that.
here.
yeah. It's sort of odd that the walk is on this side.
Open her up. Let's see what fate has in store for us on the other side.
Does it open in or open out?
With a slight clunk, it opens into the room, actually. And you push it open. And no, it doesn't creak, actually. It's greased. You notice. Doesn't make a sound. It quietly opens. And inside is a large room. And it's got 4 large columns in sort of an arching brace of the ceiling. And at first quick glance, it seems unoccupied. There's a smell, though, to this place. And this is a smell. Everyone make just a quick roll, wisdom roll. And it's a +10. And actually, Dean, You're only +5 on this one.
Oh, okay.
I matched my wisdom again. I rolled a 6.
Nope, not even close.
And I'm
Nowhere
over.
near close. Way over.
So Shorten was like, you could get a smell from the room, and it's like, boy, it reminds you of the worst foot locker of the worst barracks.
The barracks steam house.
And you guys
I'll
hear
just-
a cough echoes through the room.
Not us. Like something else coughing.
Did you cough?
Would I recognize that with my background? I've been in a lot of fights, so I've probably fought some pretty big foes.
Were you in one of the adventures where we got Gremig? That was Relinora, wasn't it?
That was Relinora. That's
That's
why
good.
I'm asking for my background.
Yeah, that's too bad.
That was Zhang, Father John, and Relinora.
So everyone kind of looks at each other. You all heard this cough, barking cough.
I'm gonna role play this. I'm gonna walk in with this stupid cloak on, act like I got nothing to fear.
Okay.
I'm gonna wedge this door open so it doesn't slam shut behind us.
Okay, now Scott, you probably see what I see. No,
Oh, there's something here.
hey, this creature.
Brain correct.
It's leaning against one of the pillars near you, and it seems to have had some sort of bed near that side of the room. You know where the smell's coming from. It's the most baddest body odor ever imaginable. This creature seems like an oversized human, probably about 9 feet tall, and it looks like somebody has been taking steroids for about 19 years and overdosing every day on them.
How has it reacted to me with the cloak on?
And it comes around the corner of the pillar, it stops and leans against the pillar, and it might be drunk, or it just might be the inbreeding or the other problems, but it's imbalanced, but large and strong, and moves in very quick, quirky movements, and gives it a barking cough. It looks, and it's looking keen at you guys, and one eye is kind of milky and shot and gone, and it's got this horrible sort of pink gray skin, and it's looking keenly at you guys, and it stops. And you guys stopped, and you're looking at it. You got those capes on. What do you do?
Why haven't you tried to identify us yet?
I'm gonna ask it in the common tongue. What are you waiting for? Where's the boss?
Grunt. Brain crush.
He's a football player.
He moves forward a couple paces. Brain crush.
All right, I'm shooting him.
Well, he wasn't attacking.
Follow your duties, brain crush.
Oh. Okay.
But he stops near the pillar, and you guys stopped, and he's just watching you guys. And he doesn't understand the language you're speaking. But he's still looking.
Anybody speak ogre or anything?
Your quick whisper. Now, got to role play this somewhat. You got to whisper this out and stuff.
Anybody speak? Like humanoid of some sort?
And he's trying out his eye vision's pretty shot, but he seems to recognize the cloaks.
Okay, I'm gonna use like basic hand gestures just to say we're going to go past. Like give him kind of try to convey that idea to him.
Make a charisma check, and this one's at +5, so a bit of a penalty. You're just okay. You're not trying languages. What languages do you guys speak?
I think just common. I guess speak a little Elvish.
Okay, time's up. You try to just gesture. We're going by.
Yeah.
So go ahead, move by.
All right, you said +5. Was it +10? Oops. So no. Disregard that second roll. That was accidental.
Do I need to roll 2 there?
You guys gonna try walk by him?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just try to be brazen but ready, I guess, in case he takes a move at us.
He's scratching his groin at the moment. Kind of. Go ahead. Where do you guys want to head? You
Okay.
noticed. Now, what did you notice? Actually, you see there's a chest in the corner, cobwebs, debris, stench, his bed, and you shudder. You see that, and then there was a door as well.
So there's.
I guess the question is, do we want to just go past, or do we want to try to kill this guy?
Now, brief pause. Zhang, Boudica, Shorten.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when you saw and heard something happening and you saw this creature kind of come around? You saw his silhouette coming around the corner of the pillar. You know you're going to be in the line of sight if you stay where you are. He'll be able to see you through the doorway. Now, you guys left the door open, right?
I wedged it open because I figure if the lock's on the other side, this thing might be rigged to slam shut behind us so we can't escape.
You see Brain Crush is looking at the door, sort of. He's... and he's ignoring you guys somewhat. You guys are kind of walking by, but he's looking at the door, which is open, right? So,
okay.
Zhang, Boudica...
backwards, and I convey that they're with us.
No, hold on. You're done for a moment. Now, you don't speak its language, right?
No, I'm just trying to use hand gestures.
Yeah. I'm going to move basically into the edge of the wall here. Sorry.
Now, hold on.
Thing.
Let me make this clear. Brain Crush didn't see you guys yet.
Uh-huh.
You guys were in this room, and he saw the open doorway, and he came around the corner. These two guys started to head across. So while they were doing their thing, you guys can act.
I just kind of did what I did. I just kind of walk over to the side and get out of his line of sight.
I'm going to Hobgoblin and say we have prisoners for the boss.
I'm going to pull out a pinch of that pixie dust and try and disappear.
I think you only have one pinch, don't you? How many do you have?
I had 2.
Oh, 2.
They slapped each other pretty silly in that fireplace.
I see. Sister Zhang, disappears. I guess you don't say much. You just put this dust over top her head, and there's a slight little tinkle and a sparkle, and Sister Zhang disappears from sight. So let's put a symbol on you for that.
Looking for one right now.
Okay. Now, Boudica, you see
Yes.
Oh, crap. Now, you know the pile on your left has 1 or 2 giant rats in it.
Right. Wait. I have my my elven cloak on. If I close it, would it help me blend in?
Yeah, you got about 10 seconds.
I'll do that.
Yeah, you can just shuffle into the pile and hide. Yeah. No problem. And you could probably pull it off just because your nature and stuff. Very good at it. So I'm not going to let you roll. Shorten, you said you were just going to step out of sight?
Yeah. I might crouch down like in here and hide behind my shield, and maybe he'll mistaken me for a dead body.
Oh, okay. Make a dexterity check. See if you can not stumble and make a bunch of noise.
I got 4, which is 6 less than my dex.
No problem. Okay, so the creature, now we start the other side, back to Thrandu and Gwyden. This creature is just leaning against the door, and he's looking at you and looking at the door that's open, and you guys came into the room about 15, 20 feet. He's pretty close. You can smell his breath. Big son of a bitch.
Well,
I don't want to get hit by him.
I don't think he's going to let us get to the chest without raising suspicion, and I don't see any exits. I don't know. Is there any risk to taking this guy out now?
Okay, you got 10 seconds.
I'm going to tell him we've got prisoners to take to the boss, and I'm going to say it in Hobgoblin. Does he?
Okay, make a plus 10. He doesn't understand what you're saying.
Great.
And he's getting a bit frustrated.
I don't know. What do you think, Thurandu? Is it time to jump this dude?
He backs up a couple paces and kind of is looking back and forth, but he's looking past you toward the door, open door. And he did back up a few paces and sits back, and he reaches down and he pulls up what appears to be, well, you don't want to know details, but it seems to be part of a torso or something. And starts ripping chunks of flesh off it.
Well, do we want to kind of see if we can search this room or something here? I don't know.
I'm wondering if we should go back to the others.
Now that's been a couple rounds. You guys can act if you want for now. Everyone else is still hunkered down in the room.
Actually, now that I know that I'm invisible, I want to slide in along the wall, if I can.
Okay, yeah, you can go anywhere you want. You think this thing doesn't seem to see you.
Actually, let's just take a measurement here. Oh, that's only 30 feet. That's about a third movement. So I can go kind of sneakily about this movement. And I want to put that pillar between him and me so that he can't see where I'm at. And now, hopefully not see me at all.
Okay. Now, Thrandu and Gwyden, you're standing there. He seems to be watching you, like, just with a bit of nonchalant curiosity. And by the way, I'm just making a quick roll here.
I'm surprised he's being so...
Well, clearly these cloaks work to some extent.
Wow, roll 20 is quite fickle, I must say, people. Okay.
If I saw there was an obvious exit, I'd say we'd walk out. We'd take these guys out. But
So, sorry, Zhang. This creature comes walking around the corner, and he's sniffing right at you. And you see his eyes are quite shot.
Mm-hmm.
And his sense of smell is quite incredible. And he comes right at you, and his hand comes out to grab you. Now, it's combat, everyone. We have to make a surprise roll. Because, Zhang, you're surprised. You were, like, invisible. But I rolled a 1 on his perception roll.
Oh, no. Okay, I've got a modified surprise by being the monk now. So it's no longer just the D6.
And being 3rd level, it'll start to creep up. I did roll a 5, however, so you're not going to surprise him. And it's up to you guys now not to be surprised. So, Sister Zhang, you basically have to roll a 1 on a 6 to be surprised.
Okay.
The rest of the party roll 6-sided. You have to roll a 2, but Thrandu's up front, who's the ranger, so that also means you'll have to get a 1 to be surprised. But it took you off guard because this creature is very cunning. And by the way, he had another plan, and I'll tell you after what his plan was. He was quite clever, twisted bastard. Oh yeah,
Lord.
Yeah, very cunning plan. But anyway, Sister Zhang's in trouble. This thing goes to grab her. And so who rolled the...
Visible. That might be pretty hard.
We just need 1 roll for the whole party, right?
Oh,
for the surprise?
Yeah. So Scott rolled the first one there, I noticed.
Oh, I thought we were rolling individually for a surprise.
that's what I thought too.
No, and in this case, yeah, you're right. Actually, in this case, things are separated, and I gave 2 rolls. I gave one for Sister Jang, and then one for Thrandu the Ranger. So the Thrandu would make the roll, and he would have to roll a 1 for the party because he's the best at it.
Okay, should I roll again?
No, go ahead. You didn't roll a 1, so you weren't surprised. That's fine.
Okay.
But Sister Zhang, what'd you roll? Pardon me?
5.
Okay, so no one's surprised. Sorry about that. Now we roll initiative.
We have. Dwight and I probably wouldn't even know what's going on. All of a sudden, we see this guy moving over there. We're like, huh? We probably didn't see. No, it was just Sister Jang was invisible, right?
He smelled Sister Zhang.
Yeah.
Totally did. And came over, and that's almost surprised you, Sister Zhang. You were just like, oh, this huge creature. So I rolled a 4. And it's combat mode.
Well played.
Is anybody got a roll? Oh,
Now, one of you for the whole party at this point. Let's
So I
roll.
rolled a 5. That's it. That's the.
Oh, okay. So you guys won initiative. We start with spells. And if not missiles.
Nobody else is in the room that's a spellcaster.
Yeah, the 2 of you see the whatever it is, ogre thing suddenly move around the other side of the pillar. No one speaks ogre in the party. That's a handy language to know.
Yeah, it's kind of what you think of. You tend to think of orcish and kobold and that. But yeah, ogre.
So, any missiles, Thrandu or Gwydon?
Nope, no missiles, that's for sure.
I had a bow and arrow knocked, so yeah.
All right, so let's go strictly to combat then, I suppose. Sister Zhang, this creature sees you somehow.
senses me anyway.
Yeah. And you can tell it relies on its other senses, apparently.
So I get to shoot, right?
Lives in the dark.
There's one bow shot there before I get to go, though.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I do have one.
Yeah, but you didn't have your bow out, did you? You're crippled now.
No, I'm going to throw my lantern at him. It's lit. It's in my hand. Might break
It's
on
not
it.
a very effective weapon. Lanterns aren't designed to explode like in Hollywood.
I rolled a 6 on
But,
It'll hit them and bounce off if you want.
okay,
So go ahead, Scott shoots his bow and misses. Anyone else? Okay, now we're in combat. Zhang, you're up front, I suppose.
When he
And
comes
I'll
around,
open
comes
up the
around
thing. There we
Yeah.
go.
Basically, I'm going to, as soon as I see him coming around, it's like, okay, I've been made, so I'm just going to take advantage the best I can and lay into him.
Yeah.
I was trying for a flank, but here we go. So there's 13, 14. Is there any benefit I get for being invisible attacking him?
No, he seems to sense you quite well.
Okay, so 14 is
His
only
AC
going to be.
His AC's 5.
I'm not likely going to make that.
No,
then.
I'll give you +1 because you are invisible and that'll help. But
15. I think that only gets me to 6. I think.
6. Yeah, you're right.
Oh no. 1, 2, 15. Yeah, no, still not going to do it.
Wow.
I had that drink on there, but that was the other +1.
Right. Thrandu, you are up. You throw your lantern.
No, I'm gonna use the lantern because the bullseye lantern has like a lens on it, so it's like a flashlight. So I'm gonna try to flashlight at its eyes while I'm charging at it and try to hit it with my flail.
All right. So go ahead, swing your flail. So you run up there. You have to move up close then, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you have to run up to it on that side, attack it. Ooh, that'll miss. Are you second or third level ranger?
Second.
You need a 15. What's your bonuses? Oh, okay, you already added +1. That's a miss. All right, so this guy should be gone. Shorten, you suddenly hear a bellow of this grunt of victory as this thing smells Zhang and goes in. Something's wrong. Arrows fly.
I can actually see Brain Crush from here.
Oh, right.
So I'm going to get up from my spot, and I'm going to say to Bodica, I think their plan failed. And I'm going to start, and I can move 120 feet of movement, and if I move fully.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go around behind them.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking, yeah.
But I don't think I can attack him this round if I move that far.
He might not even see you or sense you. But yeah, you can totally do that.
Okay.
I think that's yeah. And there's not much else you can really do. Now go ahead and shot a bow, but we have Vodka your left.
Yeah, I can't
Yes,
attack.
I am. So, I can move. Let's see. I know I can't see him from here, so let's move like right.
Okay, make a dexterity check for me, Vodka.
All right, one sec. Shit.
Okay, and
It
you
doesn't it?
just turn around as a giant rat was sneaking through the rubble cleverly, and you didn't
Dirty
sense
cats.
it, and it surprises you, and we'll have to let's roll right now between the two of us a little surprise roll or a little six-sided.
Okay.
Was this thing successfully snuck up and bit you? Well, tries to. Gave you a chance there. Oh, an 18. Man, this rat.
Dirty backstabbing rat.
Does
Yeah, no shit.
2 points of damage, and you have to make a saving throw, I'm afraid.
Okay. And I don't think I have any of my saves written down.
Okay, in this case, this thing makes off with an item of yours.
Okay.
And it snuck into your pack, and rather than doing damage, it can grab an item. Now, do you have... I'm going to roll 20-sided, and if it's high, it's a higher value item.
Oof.
So how much gold do you have on you?
According to this, I don't have any.
Well, then he's pretty mad, and he bites you for 2 points damage.
That's fine. That's fine. 2 points of damage isn't really gonna kill me at this point.
No,
Hopefully.
it bites you in the ass, and then scurries off.
Okay.
That's a smart rat.
Indeed.
Now it's Brain Crush's turn,
Yeah.
and he tries to grab Zhang, and everyone else is wondering what it's doing with this Bone Crusher. Bone Crush seems to know the score. And Zhang, you're quick like the butterfly.
Hoo-hoo.
Flutter, flutter. And it misses. It's next round now, initiative.
Duck bob weave.
Yeah, so now I have a group initiative. You guys do not get +1. It's a normal initiative.
Hopefully you sting like a bee in addition to floating like a butterfly.
Right. And I did roll a 1. A 5. If you guys got a 6, by the way, you'd have a surprise round.
Oh, Darren, I get a second shot in that last round.
Okay, Thrandu is in your way. If you miss, there's a chance you'll hit him.
I'll hit him in his good ear.
I'm gonna get a bullseye tattooed on the back of my head.
Okay, you have a 30% chance of hitting Thranduil.
Oh, that high?
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right.
You're lucky he's a large creature.
All right, hold on.
Or it would be 60%. Or 50.
Okay, lesson learned. Okay.
So if you roll less than 30,
Crap.
okay, roll 6-sided as the arrow bites into Thranduil's. It slices through your upper arm, doesn't stick, and just goes. Oops, sorry.
Happens.
Sorry.
Trust me, that's
Pardon
not the
me.
worst one I've had. I have the crossbow ball right in the back of the head.
So okay, well, not much harm done. It's the intent was good. We're back at the next round. We rolled for initiative, and I definitely lost. So now it's spells or missiles again. Anyone?
Nope.
All right. Start with Zhang. This thing seems to smell you out, sense you.
Uh-huh. Have I lost the pixie dust invisibility?
No, actually, pixie dust invisibility is unlike other invisibility spells. You can do actions with it. It's very powerful.
You kick him in the bollocks.
Yeah, you can attack in pixie dust and stay invisible. So the next round, he's gonna slowly lose his advantage as he's in combat.
Okay.
So normally he's -4. Next round he'll be -2 against you.
Yeah, that's not going to work. But I do get I forgot I do get another attack. I get 2 attacks in the round with the martial arts there. So at the end of the round, I'll get another one, but that's it for me for now.
All right, I'm going to move when it's my turn. I don't know whose turn it is. I'm going to move to where I can get a better shot at this guy.
Sorry, guys. I was muted there for a bit. The turn order is up on roll 20. Can you guys see that?
No, I haven't been able to see turn order for a couple of games actually.
I just see
Why?
Crush. I don't
Nope,
see
there's
it.
nothing
I
on
only see
my.
Green Crush.
Okay, hold on. Let me restart the turn order then, because I think it did glitch out. Okay, I've been wondering why everyone's been.
Okay, there it's going.
Is there anything
Now I see
for
it.
flanking?
I was wondering why things weren't going smooth there. I was like, something's wrong. I was like, wait a minute.
What to anticipate get next. Yeah.
I see the turn order now, but
Okay, now it's
I don't know.
Yeah,
if
now it's
that's-
coming up.
Okay, I'm
is
gonna
that
move it a
really
bit.
the rain order, or or that's just where we're at now.
No, I'm moving things. We'll have it fixed in a minute.
What is there a thing for flanking?
You get a bonus if you're behind him. You get a bonus for sure.
Oh, okay.
You get +2. Plus, he doesn't get his dexterity or shield bonus, but he doesn't have that, so you get +2.
Okay.
Now, Zhang, did you missed? Now, Thranduil, do you guys see that now? I can actually hit it.
Yep.
Yay.
So he's holding a club?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna use my flail, I'm gonna track him, and I'm gonna try to hit his hand to make him drop the club.
Oh, not a club, a bardiche.
Oh shite.
Yeah, it's a big bladed,
Ah.
and he's can move that thing quickly. So go ahead.
Okay, I'll just try to get past him. I'll try to get in on him so I'm a little bit closer so he can't use that range weapon on me. Yeah, I'll try to.
Okay, he gets his attack first. Smack, he goes to hit you. And that's his attack. It's a ranged weapon, so it's like a polearm.
Yeah.
Oh, and he hits you. Now this does, wow, 7 die 13 damage.
What?
What? That can't be right.
No, 7 to 13 damage. No,
7, 13.
7 die 13. I was just no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
I was about to leave.
Yeah, I was like, you're dead.
7D13. Holy smack.
Yeah, what?
So it does 8 points damage. He does this vicious as you come in on him. He gets this cut. And then you take that and go in and hit him, I suppose. You're still alive, right? Yes, you are.
Barely.
You got 9 hit points out of 22 left.
Yeah.
He hits you, but you're in on his guard now.
So I can attack.
Yeah. Everyone can do their attacks now. He's done his.
14
Ooh,
hit.
that's going to be close. Your third level ranger or second?
Just about third.
Oh, that'll make a difference. Your base number is 15. What's your attack bonus?
+1.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you missed. Gwyden, you shot a... Oh, no, you were moving, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and move back behind him up here. Just
Now, you could move up to 30% of your action. So if you have 120, you can move about 40 feet and then still get a shot off.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. And then at the end of the round, you'll get your shot.
Oh, Shorten's over here.
Hi.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's see. That's going to determine where I go. So I'll stop here, see if I'll be able to get a shot off.
You'll have a gap. Boudica, stupid rat.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm gonna inch up a little closer and see if I can get a good vantage point to shoot him. And let's see.
That's pretty close to there. How's it look? You got a clear shot.
Yeah, I have a pretty good clear shot. Let's do it. And here we go. Ha!
Somebody finally hit it. Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good shot. Your arrow streaks through and pierces its hide.
Good.
Ah!
What?
It is not amused.
Good.
Yeah. We're on to Shorten. You're now behind this brute, and you're near its rectum. But
Yeah, I
emits
rolled a
continuous-
7 + 3 and I missed, probably.
Oh, okay. Well, you were probably gagging.
Yeah,
Okay.
this thing is not pleasant to look at.
Brain crush missed Thrandu, and then immediately emits an enormous fart, but it's meant like a troglodyte. There's an area of about 10 feet around everybody. Everyone has to make a saving throw.
Am I far enough away? Now?
It's sort of
Who gets poisoned, I would guess.
the old octopus sending ink out. This is versus breath weapon. And so that would be Zhang, Thrandu, Shorten, and let me have a quick look.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're lucky. Gwyden is just out of range.
Just out of his range.
That's like 10 foot.
Farting has an effective range of 10 feet.
So I'm afraid everybody will have to make. It's not pretty.
Nope.
That's a 5th edition rule.
Oh, it's so close. Look at that. Ooh, you got some stink on your arm there, Gwyden. All right, so everybody, Brad, that is a failure of epic magnitude. Roll a 100-sided die, please.
Does
Yeah.
that count as his attack?
Killing me. The farts and you're trying to kill me. Yeah.
So, Brad, you are stunned by that, meaning you're -4 to any roll save, and anything attacking you is at +4. You're literally gagging, like you got a canister of tear gas up to your nasal cavity.
Can I fling my body over, sort of behind?
The stench. No, you're stunned. You're stumbling. Like you're literally incapacitated. Zhang, how did Zhang made his save? You're just grin and bared it. Yep. Oh yeah, it's horrible. And you see Thrandur just go down on a knee, like, and stumble against a pillar, coughing, and you see like blood coming out of his nose. It really hit him. Jordan, how did you do?
I rolled a 4.
Okay, Jordan, you're at -1 for roll 6-sided die.
Okay.
On saving throws and AC for 6 rounds.
Okay.
Ooh.
That sucks.
You know we have open flames around here, right?
And it's awful. It's
God,
awful.
I hope we don't.
I mean, I might just
be an
find a torch
instant
and
fireball.
shove it up its ass.
Oh my. Okay, so that's Brain Crusher's turn. Now it's next round, initiative.
Oh man.
End of the round, or no? Yeah,
Oh, I rolled
is that the end of the round?
I think so, unless you had a shot arrow to shoot there, Gwyden.
And I have an extra attack as well.
Oh yeah, go on.
Okay.
That is a hit. Nice.
Okay.
Guys, you guys gotta kill this thing. It's horrible.
Maybe if the dice let us.
That's 6-sided die, Scott.
8 plus 2.
Yeah, that's what I rolled 3. I got it.
Okay, but you get an arrow shot, don't you?
I don't get a plus on damage, I don't think.
Oh, so you hit. Okay.
Yeah, I did hit. 16.
Gotcha.
And I rolled a 3 damage.
So, this thing reaches around and notices that he's being surrounded. He's spinning around and he's getting kicked and hit, and he's pissed. So initiative next round. I rolled a 6. Oh wow. Okay, this creature is enraged and it flails around short and it takes a cut at you with its glaive. It's Berdash in a surprise move. Oh, hold on a sec.
Oh, Barky, that's like an axe.
Like it's almost like a polearm cleaver.
Critical miss.
Yeah.
It better not hit me, if it does, it better roll 2 ones.
Did we lose Darren?
Maybe.
We may have.
Darren, we can't hear anything from you.
Looks like he's on the phone.
Oh, that could be too. Maybe you had a phone call come in.
I'm going to take advantage of this moment then and go use the restroom.
Okay.
I'm going to go make
Yeah,
myself up.
probably a minute.
Scott.
Damn it, Pan!
I'm both glad and upset I didn't bring Eleanor in here. She's not gonna die.
Thrander's their whipping boy. He just keeps getting thrashed. Oh man. Oh, some other people here are taking some pretty good hits too. Yeah.
Oh, I took that axe to the head last time.
Oh, that's a good thing I didn't split you right down the middle. Yeah.
Just about did.
Okay, where was I? Yeah, did the surprise move, and then you guys roll for actual initiative now.
And he's attacking me.
Yeah, oh, hold on. Yeah. I thought I rolled for that.
Okay, well,
No, okay, he swings. You're right. And I rolled a 2. So that big blade whistles by you and with sparks flying, hits the bricks above your head. And I won initiative, so this thing's enraged and it swings around. I'm gonna roll now. 1, 2, 3 people close enough. So I'm gonna roll 6-sided. And it's just berserking now. It's quite a lot of pain. Oh, it's Sister Zhang.
Uh-huh.
It turns and takes a big cut at you with its bardiche.
It gets 2 attacks.
No, that was surprise. It rolled a 6. You guys rolled a 1 on initiative. In that case, whatever side rolled the 6 against the 1 gets the surprise move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of a homebrew rule, but adds a bit of fun when it works in your favor.
Yeah. When it works in your favor.
But he misses, and he's done. And you guys can pile on at this point.
Okay. Go for the start of the round.
Yeah, Zhang, you can go ahead. It took a cut at you and missed. It took a cut at Short and missed. And these cuts were huge. This thing can do damage. But it missed.
Okay. That one hits.
Right. And everyone can pile on now, Short, and you can attack Thrandu.
Busy vomiting. It just depends.
Yeah, actually, you're going to be out for a little while yet.
5 more points to him as I get my whip going and whack him with that steel whip.
The stink.
I'll beat the stink right out of him. Oh, God, I'm beating the stink out of him.
Yeah, and it's not pretty. You guys are in the stink. This is one of his mechanisms. He was half troglodyte, half ogre, by the way.
Oh. I don't even want to think about that union.
And you guys he's down, he's hurting, he's bloody. I'm just looking at hits here. You guys are kind of missing, actually.
My second arrow hit.
What was the damage on that?
I haven't rolled the second one. 1.
Okay, actually, he's still alive. You guys didn't really get some hits there.
I've got a second hit waiting for the end of the round, for waiting for everybody else to drop.
Alexander, you're cleric, right?
Yeah.
That misses.
The +1 is just from my strength.
Oh, that's you needed that 15 to hit. So go ahead, roll damage.
And I get a. I did not mean to roll that again. So I get a D6 +2, so that's 5.
Oh, so it's not pretty. He dies in his own stink, rolling in the cobwebs in the corner. As Shorten, you guys corner him and strike him down. As I said, it's not pretty on any level.
Ugh.
But he is dead.
Wow, good work.
And Boudica, you got the one-on-one with the rat here as this thing comes at you again.
Fuck.
You keep ignoring it, but it's like keeps coming back.
It's finally getting on your nerves and die, right?
No gold, hey? Now it's attacking you. It's just mad. Seems territorial, like a little chihuahua. What's your AC again?
My AC is 8.
Oh, okay. That's gonna hit for 1 point damage, and this time you have to make a saving throw versus disease. And this is against paralyzation, poison, or death magic.
Okay, hang on.
You have to roll like 14 or more.
I think help this hand.
Let's see what I can do.
Level 1 adventures in this game are fucking terrifying. God.
I know. Indeed. Now hold on, I have to send you something, Heather. It's not a big deal, but he takes another chunk out of your behind.
Gotcha.
Going to soon have a perforated behind.
Indeed. And unfortunately, perforated behinds tend to leak more than usual.
Well, hopefully his doesn't leak anymore, because that was disgusting.
Indeed.
You'll be able to taste that for a couple of days, bro.
It's a good thing I don't wear makeup because, oh God, is that going to be awful to try and get off.
I mean,
Melt the
I
makeup
had
onto
my
your
few of
face.
the high behinds, but I think you got some in your mouth there.
Reverse breath weapon.
That's with your mouth open.
Thanadrew's still chewing, trying to get it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh boy. Dice are cursed tonight. Somebody wrestling an ogre.
This stupid rat just kept coming out every time you turned your back. It came out. It was like you turn your back on a little terrier or chihuahua or something.
Yeah.
Yip, 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 yip.
But he bit you again this time.
Yeah.
And you got a good
And it sounds
chunk out of your calf.
Oh. Well, it sounds like this
And-
time he gave me the gift that keeps on giving.
Now make a dexterity check to see if you can act before this little fucker scurries back underneath its rubble.
A D20.
And you flail around and you spin and land on your ass. And flail around with bones scattering and debris and this critter. It's like out of some sort of a kind of
Horror film.
Caddyshack movie, actually. You're trying to grab this thing, and it knows its territory. It's underneath the rubble. It's gone.
Fuck. Because of
And you're-
course.
Ah!
It'll be back in a second. Just give it a second.
Oh my. Okay, where was I? Yeah, so he's down. And everyone's surrounding him, and the stink is finally dissipating. You notice Thrandur is kind of giving up. He's down to dry heaves now.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if I'm ever going to smell anything again.
but the whole thing that set that whole thing off was I rolled a 1 for him. I said, I'll give him one chance that his smell, he has really good smell, that he'd sense Zhang, and I rolled a 1. I was like, oh, damn it. That would have been about it, 1 or 2. But anyway, it is what it is. Because you guys did the right thing. I'm going to give those of you who wore the uniforms, you get 100 XP.
God damn it. Stupid God.
And by the way, you guys, you should have a pool of XPs. Killing this ogre was about another 350.
Okay.
That's a level up for me.
Ding! This golden light comes down.
350 for each of us?
No, that's a group one.
Oh, this group. Okay.
I actually rolled
I'll
8.
divide it up real quick.
Awesome. Heronius has blessed me this day.
Wow, so this thing was pretty tough. Well done, you guys. Good job.
Okay, so we get 87 XP.
87?
Yes.
Oh, it's 350. It was 350 as a group. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I gave out
wrong.
individual XP stuff for certain things.
Okay. So I'm only at 287 then. Never mind. Damn it.
Now, there is another door, and this appears to be the only door. You guys haven't done anything yet. The creatures just died. You see Boudica's thrashing around in the room, by the way. Shorten, you turn around and see her thrashing down in this rubble, and she's like rubbing her calf, just going, son of a bitch.
Relax, please. Stop. You're making a ruckus.
I apologize. This little bastard of a rat came up and bit me on the calf.
Well, there's always one way to get rid of a rat. Is everything flammable in here?
I like the way you think.
It might be too flammable, to warn you.
Yeah, we don't want to burn the place to the ground.
Yeah, because right now we have to come back through this room to get out of here. We might not want to burn it to the ground.
Most people die of asphyxiation in fire scenario. The ceilings are 8 feet at the most.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be smart. Now looking at the ceiling and realizing there's no way for the smoke to get out, I'm just gonna say let's just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What are we leaving alone?
Comes out again, we'll get him.
Yeah.
Oh, the rat.
You have my thanks.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's search his bed and then go over by that chest. Search around the chest.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask her to come into this room, sit by the pillar so I can check out her injuries, because rats are notorious for carrying diseases.
Let me have a quick look. This gross room. He seems to have been living here for a while, this creature. He's been fed bodies, and he's thrown the remains into that room with the rats.
Which would explain why the rats are so skittish.
Where the bodies came from is a bit of not quite known yet. He has a heap of old clothing and skins for a bed, a large wooden chest with his treasures. Over here. Now, what does everyone, we have a moment of calm. Everyone can declare what they want to do in the sense of traps, treasures, secret doors, fucking healing spells.
Yeah, I'm fairly beat up.
Yeah. So start with Zhang.
I'm gonna basically do a search around the bed and around the room to see if there's another exit from this room. This doesn't strike me as a guy who would be running a militia.
Okay, make a 6-sided roll. You're not an elf, right?
Nope.
You have to let me know if you have any particular ability to find secret doors or something beyond the normal. Generic is usually 1 out of 6.
I think I'm 2 out of 6 as an elf.
Elves are usually 2 out of 6.
Yeah, I got a 3, so I'm not going to get much.
So that's what Dean and Scott are doing for the next little bit. Anyone else want to search?
I think I'm still too messed up.
Yeah, you're recovering. You should be good next round.
Vomiting. Whatever.
That was gross. Yeah, went right in your mouth.
It's in my mouth.
So Gwyden's doing that. Boudica, you're like,
Yes.
son of a bitch, still rubbing your leg. And what do you want to do?
I'm gonna let Shorten check out my injury since he was interested in doing that.
Okay.
I figure it's, it is
So
what it is, and he's gonna be helpful.
So Shard, make a +10 wisdom check.
I didn't make it. I got 18.
What is your wisdom?
16.
Yeah, the wound doesn't look good. Like any rat wound. You worry about. It doesn't look good. There's some sort of festering. It's itchy too, Boudica.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow, whatever this fucking thing had.
Is there a particular reason why it's +10?
Yeah, there was. But that's metagaming a little bit.
Well,
Yeah,
I would
and
think,
that was actually a giveaway in some ways.
well, I was thinking that it was probably Shorten would be thinking that it's some sort of disease, and with his backgrounds as being
Yeah, and actually, you're right.
battle,
No,
many
you're
battles.
right. You got a 16, you said, right, total, and your
Yeah.
wisdom was with
My
the +10.
My wisdom is 16 total,
Yeah.
and I rolled 18 with the bonus.
So plus 5, you'd be a 13. So you recognize that the wound is infected, and there's something not, it's not closing or healing properly, and it's,
Is there anything that I would know what to do? Perhaps cauterize it and burn some of the juices?
Well, that's
I know
very
it's not a
interesting.
fix, but it would be might slow it down.
Okay, this would be a tough roll. I'll be honest. So you right away sense something serious. Okay, Jordan, you're like, there's something very serious here. Very serious. I don't know what it is, but you're infected by something. And please hold still. And what do you do exactly?
I'm going to take my holy symbol out. And since it's the smallest metal object that I possess right now, I'm going to open up my lamp and heat the metal. And then I'm just going to push the wound in so that it squeezes out some of the juices. And then I'm just going to put the heated metal against the skin.
So Bodiga, how do you react to that? You go along with this, and it's
Put something in your feet.
I'm gonna,
and everyone is kind of keep watching this a bit while people are doing their things. They're like, "Holy cow!" But
I'm
it's all
gonna grit my teeth.
Right down.
And well, yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I know how painful cauterized wounds are. I metabolized lidocaine really, really quickly, and had to have a wound cauterized when I had a mole removed from one of my hips. So yeah, I know. It fucking hurts. So I'm going to. I guess part of the reflex when you get hurt like this is to move away. So I'm reflexively going to kneel down, basically, in order to try to stabilize myself. I'm going to grit my teeth and let out a small groan.
okay. Could you give me a saving throw versus poison? And then what I'm going to do, before you do that, actually, that's just to see if you can bear, and that's a good roll. You pass, so you stabilize. It works. So done. You just, and you see he goes in. Now, Shorten, what do you exactly, you heated up your holy symbol and brought it in to bear.
Yeah.
And extracted as much whatever venom or pus and so on.
Yeah.
So it comes down, let's make a dexterity check on your part. I know that's just for your kind of surgery.
Oh.
And you feel your goddess around you. And you get a +2 on this roll. Or a -2, which is good.
Okay, that's good because I rolled an 8 and I got 6, which is less than my dex of 10.
And you sense like there's a bubbling on your holy symbol. And there's something you're actually cauterizing, burning away. And it's more than just a disease. This is a type of lycanthropy.
Fuck.
And you sense that I had you lined up to be a were-rat.
I was thinking that in the back of my head for a while there. I was like,
Wow.
And you feel yourself, and you purge it out. And Short, and this takes a bit of time as you sit there, and there's going to be a big scar, and that scar is going to be a shape of a rat.
That's actually kind of cool.
on your calf,
like a tattoo.
where he bit you. And I was going to talk to you later about this, and it was going to come up and moons and stuff that it could get tricky, but he cured you of this. And you both sense this, and you're both sweating. It was, and everyone else kind of watching for a bit. It takes about 20 minutes. And after a bit, Shorten sits back on his heels and gives out a big sigh, and your leg has this big wound on it still. But you do not have lycanthropy now.
Thank goodness. So I'm gonna delete that note from my character sheet so that you don't talk to me about it later.
No. And Shorten, you do get 200 XP. Bodiga, you get 100 XP.
Oh, God dang it.
And Shorten, you have a +1 roll on things to do with lycanthropy and disease.
Oh. How long is that going to last?
Forever.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm sorry, that was a weir rat?
Yes.
Yeah, they are nasty creatures. In another campaign that I did, we had a guy who was or an NPC who was a were-rat. Interestingly enough, he was a bard that we rescued, and he just ended up following us around.
And this one recognizes that you guys are pretty tough, and he's a coward, and he tried to get one of the isolated characters in the room, and kind of did. Cowardly little thing. But anyway, interesting moment. Good RPing. Well done, Short and Bodica. You're not a rare rat.
Whew.
It would have been interesting, but done.
Thank goodness for that.
Once
Now,
Yeah.
and everyone kind of was huddled around at the last minute. There was a bit of an aura almost to this, and as everyone was everyone breathed a sigh of relief, and another bonding moment with the party in a sense that, yeah, it was like, well, if people started clapping, it was just like, well done, hugged each other and stuff, high fives.
Nice. There's a lot of bad mojo down here, and that's even more of it. We got to get out of here.
Well, that was actually a bright moment, though. Like you guys.
Oh yeah,
overcame.
no. That is, but the lycanthrope rat or whatever. There's a lot of evil down here and needs to be purged with fire after we leave.
Indeed. Well, yes, you recognizing this place is definitely more than you bargained for. So the room is open again. The door is there, the closed one. The back door is still open, and that rat guy, you're not even sure about him, but you realize that there's more to him than you realized. This wasn't a giant rat. This was some guy in this room. Anyway, he appears to have left, escaped, or gone. Probably has a hole somewhere he can disappear into. And we're open again. Bodica, you stand up at Shorten. You look at each other. You guys have a bit of a bond now, just so you know. You guys, when you have to interact and help each other, there could be benefits to that, okay?
Yeah, I'll give her my water skin and some jerky from my iron rations.
Yeah.
And I accept it gratefully.
It's a trust. And Bodica, you get a shiver, like, because you feel that holy symbol. It worked. It was like, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so back in the room, and I realize it's only about 7. I'm going to take a short bio, everyone. I'm still good to go for a while yet. We have some more stuff to do down here.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Sounds
Sure.
good.
And yeah, well done.
Quick.
Way to smack an ogre around, fellas.
No.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys
Yeah,
took
no
it.
kidding.
See, I'm going to go hit the kitchen again, and I'll be back in a minute.
I'm your river. claws and shoulder. Claws and shoulder.
All right. Now I have access to level 2 magic whenever we decide to take a long rest. I think.
Yeah,
Yep. I get
pretty good.
2 spells.
Nice.
Yes. Come on.
Good job.
In one adventure, I went from an acolyte to a priest. What the fuck?
Jesus Christ! What the hell were you fighting against?
My background is that of a mercenary, so I took part in many skirmishes.
Gotcha.
And I started out with 500 bonus experience.
Oh, gotcha.
I probably have more, but my character's 26.
Oh, okay.
So he spent 6 years being a cleric of Heronius.
Okay.
You guys are lucky in some regards because I was gonna put 14 into my wisdom and 16 into my con.
Yeah, I'd say that we got really lucky.
Oh, I thought I had a pretty good chance of dying right there. If he would have smacked me good back leg again, I would have been done for.
Yeah, you guys would also notice that after performing that kind of makeshift healing, even though he's sweating and he's getting a little tired, he swells up with pride and seems more confident and determined. I didn't roll an 8 this time, but I got 7, so I have a max of 20 now.
Oh, nice. For hit points.
Yeah.
Are you using your bonus spells for your wisdom too?
Yeah. But
Okay.
we haven't rested yet, so I only had the 2 that I started with.
You only what you started the day with, yeah, right.
And I was gonna say as well, Jordan, you're really on key with your god. You've been on the right path. He's very pleased with your conduct, and for the next 24 hours, you're like +1 on your any sort of blessings or invocations or prayers you want to conduct. You can sense his help. You can sense in this dark place, and everyone can sense it. Jordan is sort of has a bit of a sparkle to him.
Was there anything in that chest?
Oh.
Did we check that?
Okay, his it's full of glass beads, brass candlesticks, and other trash.
I had a feeling it wasn't going to be good.
823 copper pieces, 46 silver pieces, and 3 gold pieces. However, now let's organize this. Hold on. I got to get more formal. In the next minute, you guys, let's say we have 1 minute to decide what you want to do. Now, if you want to search the room, everyone can roll 6-sided. Most people have already, by the way. I see Scott has. And
I think that was my secret door roll.
yeah, that's what I was asking for. Dean, everybody who wanted to kick around the doors and have a look.
And then we still need to look in his nest or around his whatever.
There's still the door here, obviously, a door.
Oh, that's a door?
Down here, this is a door.
Oh, it comes up as this black blob
I didn't notice.
for us.
Now, anyone kick around the room, search, anything?
Yeah, I was just looking in the nest.
First, we need to check out this trash pile and see if there's anything on the body.
Okay, guys. Who's going to search trash pile?
I will.
Okay, make constitute save, and Thrandu as well. Okay, good job, Scott. You're just like, just no problem.
After throwing up in that other room.
Yeah, and you reach in there, and Brad too. You guys both search, and you realize this place is a scummy. But there's something down here that amazes you. There's a beautiful texture you feel with your fingers. It feels like silk. And you both kind of see it, and Gwyden kind of reaches it up, pulls it up, and it's a beautiful cloak. In sort of earth tones, and this nice, beautiful weaving. Well,
And you have no jacket.
now, yeah, Thrandu, you recognize it's an elven cloak. It is, but it's dirty and filthy, and needs some tender loving. And not much else besides all those trinkets and whatnot, a bunch of copper. And besides,
so it's an elfin cloak.
Interesting.
it's an elven cloak, a magical elven cloak. So in woodlands, and it depends. Actually, roll a 4-sided. Interesting. Yeah, it is. It's forest orientated. It's forest colors. You recognize in if you look up the item in the DM guide, it'll give you big bonuses to hiding and such. Big time in the forest and anywhere actually in the cave or any shadow. It's an elven cloak. It automatically gives you like a plus 25 or something. It's huge. Nice item for anyone who's sneaky or whatnot.
So, I don't know. We should take it.
Well, I already have one, so anyone else is more than welcome to take it.
Yeah, and yours was Drew's gift. It says here, however, by some trick of fate, a small-sized. So this one will fit a dwarf or a halfling. Interesting. So can anyone fit it right now?
I'm an elf, but that's bigger than a halfling or a dwarf.
Yeah, it's a really small one.
Who's the shortest? Jane. How tall is Sister Jane?
Very tall, 5'11".
Oh, really? Oh,
Very tall.
I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, picture your tall, lanky Thailand Muay Thai fighter. That's her build.
And so it doesn't fit anybody. Effectively. You don't get the effects. So everyone rolled a die 6, right?
No.
Again?
We'll search around.
No, not
though.
again. You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You were busy, Shorten, but you do look around the room to see what you can see, and you're down now left with this door.
Well,
You can roll though, Shorten. Go ahead. I'll give you a roll. 6-sided.
Okay.
Everyone can roll 6 unless they have. When I asked.
so I'll probably be just walking along the walls. This place has held mysteries already. And I rolled a 1.
Okay, you stop. Actually, you went to the... Wow. Okay, hold on.
Oh.
I'm going to back you up. You originally started, you walked right up to the wall right here, and you were feeling along the wall, and you started to go south, and you stopped because just kind of sort of like a stupid gangster movie or something going into a vault. You were tapping and kicking the wall a bit, but you did notice, wait a minute, I hear something different. And you stop, and you back up to this spot, and you tap again. And it's different. And then you go this way, and you tap, and it goes solid again, and you realize there's a cavity here.
Woohoo!
Something's not right about this wall. It's hollow on the other end.
Where is this at?
Right side, about halfway up, where Shorten is.
And then you realize now, Thrandu, can you make a tracking roll for me?
Yeah. That makes it its base 65%.
Okay, there's tracks in here. There's been activity. And yeah, there are kind of weird tracks that do go to the wall over there that were sort of covered up. And there's tracks that go to that door, by the way. You notice. But you don't pick up anything else. They're humanoid tracks.
Okay, yeah.
But everyone gathers around Shorten as he's like, hey, pointing. He's like, something weird here. And now Shorten, you've reached with your fingertip. There's a crease of a door. It's very cleverly hidden, but it's a secret door.
All right, I'll look for some way to open it.
Okay, I tell Shorten there's tracks going up to it.
Oh, I'll crack it open so that at least we don't have to look for it again.
Okay, one moment.
Break the seal, so to speak.
Crack it open.
Yeah, and the door seems to pivot in the middle, and you push, and the whole thing turns. One second. Oh, man. I got the whole thing wrong. Okay, I need 1 second to change something.
But we never did the other door down here, right?
No, we didn't. Like I said, I just want to crack this one open just to see where it leads.
Okay, hold on.
And then we can go back to the other one. As you now know about Shorten, he likes to clear things out one at a time.
Wow, and everyone steps back as Shorten sees. I think that worked.
The stairs?
Yeah. A musky, awful-looking staircase going down to the right.
Ew. Looks awful cobwebby.
But there's tracks going down it. It's been used.
So it's not full of cobwebs.
Not quite, but people are being discreet.
How long has it been?
Since when?
Since we came down here.
Probably a good hour. 5.5. At least an hour.
Okay, I'm just trying to keep the time on my lamp. Or my hooded lantern.
Yeah, so that's like 6 turns.
Yeah, I got some extra oil if you need it.
No, I have oil. I just want to know when I need to change it.
So you guys have, yeah, and Shorten, give yourself 100 XP, or no, 50, pardon me. And yeah, there's something special here. See your passage. And then you guys can decide. You're all thinking real quick.
How does the ceiling look? Any sliminess on the ceiling?
Good call. No, not at this point. You can see your lanterns give off little smoke, and no green slime. Nothing moving.
Well, do we want to go check the other door before we go down here, or what? Or let's go on down here.
I agree with that motion.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
That door is locked. And it's got a new lock. Again. Seems somebody is using certain things about this place and certain features. And is very anal retentive about a lot of stuff.
There were no keys or anything in that chest?
No.
Or on the body?
No. And you do recognize that was a good call with the symbols, but the dice were very fickle. I thought I was going to role play that totally up, and you guys were a bit awkward about it, but it was going to work. But anyway, didn't for now. You guys still wearing that shit?
Yes.
Okay.
If I had seen another door like in the room, I think I would have tried to go get the people and like escort them through.
I know. I wondered why you guys were there standing.
I couldn't figure out a way where to go from there.
I know, sorry, and I should have said you see a door, but always look around on the map because. And no, sorry, not your fault at all. I should have said you see a door to your right because that would have changed a lot.
Yeah, I probably would have. Well, I would at least tried to go down. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And and now that I look now, the door I screwed up with the. Yeah. Okay, I see what happened. Oh man. Okay, I really screwed up. You guys should have seen. Okay, hold on. Everyone, look away for a second. And look away for a second. There, that's what you should have seen.
What's that? Oh, you can see the door now.
Yeah, I had the line cover up that door.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't see the door.
Yep.
My bad. I just looked at that and was like, oh man, they just see shadows. That would have changed a lot, but he's dead. No one died, so. And he didn't get rat disease. So anyway, this door is there. It's got a keen lock on it. You don't hear or sense anything on the other side. Okay, so you guys agreed to check out the door, or are you going down the stairs?
We'll check out the door, I think was what we decided, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
I think
Who
so.
can pick the lock?
I can try.
Okay. You're plus 10 on this one. It's like the others. Anyone want to move in position yourself in case of combat or something?
Does anybody have any kind of healing? Use a little bit.
Stop saying that.
Why? Oh,
It's me.
sorry, not trying to give you a guilt trip.
We haven't slept in hours.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you guys do kind of need that.
A couple
Jane,
of poultices is all we've got left.
Oh, Dean, that was close, right?
No, that's not.
You said I got a plus 10 to that?
Yeah.
10%.
Yeah.
Hold on one sec. I gotta pop this up and actually look because it's that close.
You see Zhang, you could really use a pick set. You're in there with your dagger and fingernails.
Yeah, that'd give you a bonus if you got it.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I'm off
Okay.
by 1%.
Can't get it going.
Somebody want to try and give that a bang?
Anyone?
Want to try to open the door?
Is that the
Try.
Sure, same.
Fairly high strength.
What do I need to roll? D20?
God, you bang up your shoulder again. Damn it.
Open doors on a
Do
one.
No, a 6, and if you have
We're gonna
well,
win.
depends.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So I guess I can knock through that door.
burst.
I'm over here.
Okay, this room is the smell hits you. It smells of death.
I probably can't even smell anymore.
Yeah,
I'm probably fine.
it's an odd appearance. There's skeletons again. There's bedding on the one side. There's a couple weird looking racks on the one side, by the way. There's a figure of a weird looking, appears to be a bald, quite naked, might be wearing a loincloth. And he's in a puddle of blood.
Yeah.
It could not moving. There's a big mound of fungus in the corner. Large mushrooms, like big mushrooms, probably 25 inches across and stuff.
Stay away from those.
There's a person in the corner shackled to this rack up here, and he's wearing the tattered remains of what appears to be quite high-end clothing and whatnot.
This guy's probably a prisoner. What's this purple thing?
Okay, everyone freeze.
Yep.
Zhang, make a dexterity check.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Okay, you spin around and you see that there was this little figure crouched near the door. You came up and he's like, "Now I say, have at you. Die!" And he rushes at Thranduil. And you see him.
Does somebody pick on me? Well, is everybody always picking on
Picking
me?
on Mike.
I was gonna say, okay,
Yeah.
Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So what kind of little figure is it?
Yeah, what is it?
It's like a little human.
Okay, I'll try to just give him a punt, I guess.
Oh, you didn't see him.
Oh, I
He
did.
surprised you. Zhang spun around.
So try and is it like he's got a weapon out? He's trying to stab Thranduil?
Yeah, he's got a dagger out. Got 5 seconds.
This looks like prisoners. I go say, hold there, mate. We're not the descendants of this area. You look like you might be a prisoner.
Okay, make a +5 charisma check.
May not necessarily be evil, might just be scared.
And everyone spins when you say that. Like, what?
I rolled a 2 with a +5. It was only 7. So yeah, I'm good there.
You see a emaciated, bloodshot, look like dreadlock wearing, torn clothes, smelly little creature that, well, if you rubbed everything away, it might actually be a halfling who stumbles out with some jagged chunk of like the old prison sticker, and he stops and he looks up. You're not. He wears the cloak. He's one of them. And he charges right at Thranduil again because he just kind of snaps.
I'm gonna try and basically pick him up and hold him. I was like, no,
They make a dexterity check against his.
I tried to yell at him. It's just a disguise.
You can make a +10 charisma check if you want to try to yell that. So you guys tie and you collide with him, Zhang. You tackle him.
After all, pretty free.
And he's yelling, "You bastards! You fucking bastards! I fucking kill you all!" And he's whipping around with this shank. And he attacks you with it because he's just flailing around. And everyone's taken off guard, like, what the hell? Now, he misses. It doesn't bite. He doesn't stick it in your neck or something. But he's struggling hard. Zhang, what do you do real quickly now?
I look over the other two. Take off the cloak. Show them who you really are.
Okay, I'll take off my cloak and say, look.
Yeah, we can take our cloaks off.
Hey,
Yeah.
now, he's struggling with you, though, Zhang. Physically, what do you do?
Actually, I know
And Boudica, you're Jordan and you are looking in. Well, I guess you're kind of observers at the point. I don't know. Not sure what you can do. Go ahead, Zhang.
This guy needs to night's long sleep, choke lock 1. I'm already grappling with him, so I'm going to basically put him in a sleeper hold.
Oh, he's a slippy little guy. Okay, do your attack.
Actually, I got to look up what I actually got to do with that one because I don't think I have it all wrote out. Give me 1 second to pop that open.
I did warn you that dressing as the sign of evil would get you in trouble.
Yeah, it's true. It's helped us one time, but now it's working against us. Yeah.
When using the chokehold, no attacks can be made in the next round as the attacker is entirely occupied in gripping and holding the opponent.
Make your attack. I know you if it succeeds, you'll grip him. And you realize he's tiny. Like, you realize how tiny he is. He is 2.5 feet tall. Probably weighs 45 pounds.
Uh-huh.
But he's slippery. He gets out of your grasp. He's very slippery. And he stands up. Okay, back off. Back off. And he goes against the wall. You. Why are you wearing those ghastly garbs?
Just trying to get past that ogre that was out there.
Any of you healers?
Well, yes.
Please. Him. And he points. Over there, he's dying. He needs something now.
This guy.
Hey, Shorten, help him. Oh, wait.
Bodisa.
He's the poultice.
Do you have anything left to help with him with?
I have 2 poultices.
Might be our only chance of keeping him alive. Can we check him out?
Yeah, and you see that this naked body over there, well, like I said, loincloth, it's kind of a large body covered in intricate tattoos. Hard to make out in this light and the circumstances, but there's a body there, and Sprite follows you guys. And by the way, you don't know that name. This small creature looks at you guys, looks you all in the eye, and he's tiny. He's 2.5 feet tall. But anyway, he looks up at you guys all, and he's very scared. You can tell, but he's making a show of not showing it. And he's realizing you're not going to kill him, and you're not the ogre. So he's like grabs Zhang and over here.
Yes.
My friend. And he comes over. I thought you were the ogre. Coming back. He's been coming back every day and eating somebody. It's been horrible.
Yes, we saw some of that. Fortunately, it's dead now.
Who are you? And he spins around. All of you. You are not here to kill us?
No, we are not here to kill you. We're here to kill the evil descendants of this place.
We're from Hommlet, if you've heard
that
of it.
one. He points at Boudica, who's covered. Who are you?
Yeah. I am
Why are you covered?
that it's hard to explain.
Personal reasons. Yeah.
I see. I
Okay.
apologize. I'm very cautious. My apologies.
Understandable in these times.
And circumstances.
And him over there. I don't know who he is. He was brought in 2 days ago. And he points toward this character in the corner.
Mhm.
He says his name is Lowen. Lowen Hyde. Some merchant. Now, I've given you guys a lot of stuff here.
Yep.
And just to bring it into perspective, let's go in a turn order. So this character who has been a prisoner here, who thought you were here to come and kill them, has now sort of desperately run over to the corpse. Okay. He's dying. That's the last moment. He needs immediate help to Namsu. Or
Did we ever use that potion of healing that we found the one time? It's like it was there, but kind of nobody ended up. Somebody wrote it down or something. Because I remember somebody picked one up in one of those.
I'm pretty sure we did use it. Somebody got 1 or 2 hit points out of it. It wasn't that
I
strong.
think it was me.
Bodhisattva, can you provide him with a poultice to stabilize his life?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we want to help them out.
I will keep watch. Eronius will protect us.
Mhm.
So yeah, I come over and apply a poultice to the bleeding guy in the loincloth.
yeah, interesting fellow. And you're checking him out for wounds and stuff, like as you were trained by Jeru and stuff, and you kind of turn him over and you notice that he does have some weird dotted tattoos. There's some sort of hieroglyphic sort of aspect to it, and his back has a spectacular tattoo of what appears to be some sort of stylized star motif, star pattern. And when you turn him back because you're say again. Now who's here? I'm just looking at. We got Boudica. Everyone else kind of spread around. So Boudica, you're the only one who sees this. And then you turn him back over and you stabilize him. You realize though that this character is in the last legs of his life. He's sort of gasping, but you do get him just on the cusp at basically 0 hit points, if I call it. And you stabilize his breathing, his pulse. He may even come to somewhat in a bit. But while this is happening, everyone else can act. Everyone else has about 2 minutes. So let's go through Shorten. We'll start at the top of the list. Go ahead.
I'm going to take watch and just start saying a prayer of protection to myself, for me and my friends.
Okay.
We have encountered 3 new people, and the last few faces we've met have been quite terrible forces, so he's hoping that Eronius will protect us from deception.
Okay, I sense your character's getting very good at this sort of hymnal power. Roll a wisdom check.
Okay. 13 to my 16.
Okay, everyone starts to hear this sort of murmuring prayer again from Shorten, and it's become sort of a cradle, a sort of a gentle reassurance to everybody. So everyone gets +1 on their saving throws.
Ooh.
For the next bit. He's a sort of a beacon in the darkness.
Okay.
Brain Crush is dead. Zhang, what are you doing at this point? You see that Boudica is administering first aid to this stranger. You can go over and see what's up. Anyone can. Sprite's there. I keep saying that. He turns to Bogart and he says, "By the way, my dear, my name is Sprite. Spunglefink."
Well met, Sprite. I am Boudica.
Ah, Boudica. You are fresh face in this horrible place. I thought I would die here. This is my friend, Namsu.
Okay, so right now there are 3 people here in this room. There's this little guy, and there's the tattooed guy, and who's over in the cage?
That's the one I'm going to talk to right now. And my action is to talk to him and find out what his deal is.
Okay, this person is wearing sort of a torn and stained garb of a very upper class, like merchant, perhaps even nobility. And he's appears to be in shock. He's pale and bruised and scratched. His eyes are a bit wide-eyed. He's like, so you're not here to kill us. That's wonderful.
No, my fine sir. Today is the gods smile on you with good fortune. We are here to rescue the folks of the land here and lay waste to the evil in this place.
And he's trying to back up. He seems to be a bit panicky. His eyes are darting around. He goes, I appreciate that, and you will be rewarded. And my name is Lowenhide. And he just seems to be frazzled. You can't get much out of him besides that.
I am Sister Zhang of the Sky Heaven Temple, and these are my compatriots, and we will assure your safety from here.
Okay, make a +10 wisdom roll.
Ooh, I did not need to do that.
I think I'm 1 over on that.
Okay. Yeah. And it seems genuine. You're like, yeah, you've rescued us. He's very great. He seems grateful. I will reward you. I have an office in Vudebonk. I'm of the partnership of Henkel and Henkel.
I look around at my compatriots. Guys, I think these guys need to rest upstairs in the courtyard. They shouldn't be left down here while we finish our duties down here.
Absolutely not. The miasma alone is enough to damage even the healthiest.
Yeah.
Can I ask this guy? Did he come here with everybody else in this room?
No. I was kidnapped. Kidnapped, I tell you. An atrocity. I will talk to the Duke. I have connections, you know. And he seems to be getting a bit of bearing, and you realize his clothing is quite rich. He's like, there will be answers paid at the court, I tell you. And he seems quite frazzled, though. You see he's urinated himself a couple times in the last day or two.
Okay, so
and trying to look dignified, yet he seems like, and a bit middle class or middle aged, but he appears to be a nobleman or something. And he's like, reward you rich I will. Get me out of here alive, I tell you. And he kind of goes over and starts to grope Thranru, who's close.
All right, I'm going to take my cloak off and give it to this guy and just tell them, hey, if you wear this, you have a better shot of getting out of here because they'll think you're one of them.
Clever, my lad.
Okay.
Now, can we ask him? Let's get a little more information from him. Who captured him and brought him here? Who exactly was it? Were they humans? Was it the ogre? Who was it?
Oh, he was taken near the North Highway Road by an organized group of these brigands, I tell you. He stood not a chance.
What can you tell us specifically about the brigands? How many were there? Was there a leader that stood out to him?
Okay, make a roll, Scott. And this one would be a wisdom check.
That's a straight up roll. I didn't do an adjustment, but
yeah, plus 5, so it's 11. What's your wisdom?
11, I think. No.
Okay, somebody's got some noise going on here. Hold on a sec. It's just was some bad cackling.
Oh, sorry, that's probably me and my kids.
It generally it seems that he isn't a genuine merchant out of Riverbank, and I don't really have the backup story detail for this.
Okay.
So yeah, you got me on a bit of the spot there. But for now, he's a bit flustered, and he's like, "You'll be rewarded." He keeps bubbling back about, "Get me back to Riverbank, and you'll be rewarded." But there's some, and he's shady a bit. But a lot of these merchants are. And you can tell they're probably keeping him alive, or who knows, because he's rich, or maybe not. He just look like an asshole.
That shitty. Everybody knows a shitty character like that.
Did he know of any past, I don't know, a password or something? Do you know? Did the people that captured you, were they wearing these cloaks?
And he goes, and he shakes his head. Not that I know of.
I don't know what kind of backstory any of this has.
Yeah, and no, and it is what it seems in some ways. He seems to be a terrified merchant or minor nobility or something, and quite frazzled and arrogant.
How long would it take? I mean, we can't carry this guy with us, can we?
No.
I'll go ask somebody what they think. Can we? What do you think, guys? Can we take these guys with us, or what do we do with them?
Okay. No, actually, I misplayed part of this, and I'm not giving you guys credit. So, I'm going to give you guys a roll here, and it's going to be Gwyden, who's been persistent. Frankly, I'm going to give you a roll here, and let me think for a minute. It'd be a charisma check.
Okay. My charisma is 11.
Because I'm not being fair here. You're actually pushing this really well, and I'm not giving you credit. So, yeah, it's a straight up charisma check, and you're watching this guy, and
6. No, 2.
Okay, either one's a pass. Was it the 2 or the 6?
It's a 2.
Okay, so that's a good pass. This guy, you see there's beads of sweat on his forehead. You see he's fidgety. He's looking off. He is lying through his teeth. And you got him. You've been badgering him, and well done. Actually, give yourself 100 XP. And for whatever reason, but for now we kind of have to leave it because this has taken about 7 minutes, 6-7 minutes, where you've been just talking and pressing him, right? And you have been. But you can tell he's backpedaling, and he finally gets quite intransigent, and he just says, "Well, I will pay you well. You get me out. This place, and don't." And he goes, "That one there, I don't trust him." And the other little guy has been focused on his friend, and he hasn't been paying attention to the prisoner.
Who doesn't he trust?
The little one. Don't trust him.
All right, so we need to split these two apart and talk to them. Can we can we take the nervous guy into the next room, Thrandu and maybe Zhang?
Work more.
Keep them apart, and then let's chat with the Spritey guy and ask him.
Yeah, it's a complex situation.
Kind of.
Ask him some similar questions.
Now, okay, so that went by. Now, Shorten, you've been outside of this. You can act now.
Am I
Watching.
able to listen to what they were doing? When
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, you were watching the room. You can kind of watch. Like, it's fascinating. You got these two interactions.
I'd probably, since there's nowhere else for them to go in there, I'd probably come up to this door up here and check the rooms over there. And I'd probably walk to the secret passage and check it out, and then make my way back.
For the weir rat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'd come back.
No, it's all quite calm. And you come back to the room and do a round. And you don't really don't pick up anything else. Okay, let me see here. A lot of stuff going on. I'm just going to get this going. Let's start with at a party. You guys are all looking at each other, and this is all happening. What do you want to do? This small creature is kind of cradling this guy's head, Boudica, who you've just stabilized, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. And they're trying to, and he's waving his face and trying to wake him up. And you see this he's not quite as old as you thought, but he's got a large stomach on him, this character. And he starts to stir his head around and look up, and his eyes are starting to flutter open. And he looks up into the little guy's face, and there's a little bit of a grin. Where are we, my friend? And he looks down. It's okay. It's okay, old man. You're alive. I'm not sure. I think we may have some friends in this place. And he looks at Boudica, gives you a wink. And you can see he has quite charming blue eyes, wide-set, large blue eyes. And normally would have had nice blonde hair, full blonde hair, but now it's matted and streaked in grime.
Covered with ogre fart.
Yeah. I thank you. What is your name?
My name is Boudica.
Boudica. This is Namsu.
Well met, Namsu.
My name is Sprite. And he already introduced, I thought. And then Namsu's looking around frantically now. He's kind of pushing past Sprite a bit, and he's trying to get up, and he's really weak. And a dog starts to bark.
Oh God, we're under attack.
Okay, I'll pause. Anybody can interject at this point if they want. If they're interested. I'm going to carry a narrative here for a minute. But so far, you have this strange character that now just you yourself. Who saw that? That was saw he was lying. What's that? Again?
Wyden?
Yeah. And pretty blatantly.
So, just as an observation, it seems to me, and maybe I'll whisper this to Shorten and Thrandu, that the little guy, Sprite, he seems to be kind of exhibiting, sort of nice qualities to his friend, and this other guy seems kind of trying to throw him under the bus. It makes me a little suspicious, but I don't know. Are we wasting time?
What's a bus? I'm kidding.
Throw him under
the wagon.
Manure cart.
Indeed.
Oh.
And everyone's nodding, and you guys have gotten a relationship that you guys can communicate in some ways that are very discreet. But Sprite seems to look at Bodica's eye and kind of says, "We must save him. Plus, there's something else." And Namsu starts, his eyes open, and he starts to sit up somewhat, his pungy stomach. And he looks at Sprite, and so it's worked. He didn't eat us. He didn't eat us. And they hug each other in this heartfelt embrace. And you see, oh God, that dog. I'm going to have to. I'm just kidding. In this heartfelt embrace. And they both look around and they look at Boudica and they go, they point at the corner where the mushrooms are.
Okay.
Are the mushrooms magic?
Meanwhile, the rest of everyone's still busy doing stuff. And Namsu and Sprite look at each other, kind of shrug, and then they sort of get up and walk over towards the mushrooms.
Okay.
And then they stop first, and Namsu is this kind of pudgy looking fat guy with kind of must, and he says, "Why are you here?"
We are trying to find a friend of many of ours who has disappeared these last 3 weeks.
Ah, yes. You know that Lareth is waiting for you.
Who is Lareth?
Ah, what do you know about Lareth? What can you tell us? And this Namsu's speaking. He seems very wise and gentle, and you see he's hovering on life, but it seems very important to him. What do you know about Lareth? He asks. Intently.
I've heard that name before.
Yeah, me too. Icewind
People
Dale.
spoke that name and then something about
Doesn't like my middle son. Sorry.
I can't remember exactly what I actually heard about that, but now that's me, not Sister
No.
Jane.
Blackthorn mentioned that Drusilla works for Lareth, I think, something like that.
Right.
That was what was going on that night. Yes.
That's what Blackthorn told us. Looking for a woman named Drusilla. And then
Yes. Yes, that stranger talked about a man named or a guy named Lareth. Had somebody named Drusilla serving him.
Namsu looks around the room and is like, "Yes, Lareth is a very twisted individual. He's a follower of a demon lord. And he is the one behind much of this. Drusilla. Yes. Drusilla is his lover. And she's another story. Another plane. There's much more to speak. And I'm not sure if I'm the one who can fill in this story. There's much you need to be told. But, please, there's something you don't understand." And Namsu walks over toward these mushrooms. And he quite gingerly walks in amongst them. Very careful. And he turns around and he goes, and he points to Boudica. "You, young mistress, come help me. This must be very gentle. We must extricate this toadstool and bring it with us."
What will this toadstool do?
By the way, you say your name is Boudica, but that's not your real name.
It's the name
This-
I was given.
Jordan's gonna look
Ah.
over after that comment.
Interesting. Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen your. He's not. Yeah. There's much to be said, and he winks at you. And he looks very tired, though. And this weird, fat, middle-aged guy. And everyone else can act while they're doing this, but they've gone over to this pile of debris, and you can see that Namsu is carefully reaching his hands underneath this large toadstool, and he's trying to lift it out without damaging it. And Boudica, what do you do?
Well, this is a stone floor, so there's not really much I can do to help undermine it without damaging it. I'd say the best I can do is hold the base of the toadstool steady while he tries to remove it, so that it's less likely to, tear.
Good call. Make a dexterity check. He's like, steady, hold it. Hold it.
That's well under my dex.
Ah, yes. Well done, my dear. Boudica, you say? Well, that's a nice name. I can get used to that. I knew you before you were born, you might say. From another place. And his eyes wander off. And your friends. You have many strange friends. And he looks around the room, taking it on. Everyone is looking at this strange thing happening, and they all look at him. And you see Sprite, we'll call him, the small creature. He's kind of actually on the edge guarding those two. He's standing back with his shank and guarding and watching. He's not afraid of you guys or anything, but just for anything. And finally, Namsu's like, okay, take it. And he holds this like about a 20-pound toadstool. Can you carry it?
It would be my honor.
Ah, that is a precious load you carry. Very precious. You will see.
I shall carry it with utmost respect and care.
And he seems to recognize that and appreciate it. And he gives you a grin. And he goes, I'm getting old. I'm very old. Very tired. And they did things to me here. Horrible place. We will talk soon. Your friends. They are in danger. Lareth is here. He has a trap. He has many minions. They are being ready for you. They expected you earlier. I know this. He taunted to me. It is one of his weaknesses. He likes to taunt when he tortures.
How does he know about us?
He shakes his head again. Oh, my dear. They are deeper than you, I think. I thought I was safe. Yet I ended up here. But we are wasting time. We must get back to the grove. There's a danger. Did your father, and I'll call him that for now, he did not tell you about the roots of the grove, did he not?
No. He just taught me how to tend it and help keep it safe.
He looks away and he's like, I see. He was always cautious. I warned him about this. Well, you will find out soon. The grove guards something ancient. And I'm afraid we waste time here yet. You guys, and he takes in everybody. Come in, party. I know not who you are, but I've come a great distance. And I know that this is a moment. And you kind of look a little awkward, Boudica, holding this big toadstool. It's like 2.5, 3 feet tall, and you're just holding it kind of like, yeah. He's like, please, we will give you many answers soon, but you have a choice now. There is one named Lareth. He calls himself Lareth the Beautiful. a twisted individual, marked for greatness in the evil way. He has plans and knows how to bring great evil to this region. You have a choice to confront him at this point, or retreat out of this place and go back. I need to go back myself. I need to take this, and he gestures at this toadstool. This must be brought to the grove.
I shall go with you and make sure it gets there.
I'm gonna look to everyone and I say it would be unjust if we let them travel alone. We should head back as well and make more proper preparations now that we know what we're up against.
If you do this, Lareth will escape. I could get back to Sanctuary. It would be dangerous, just so you know. But what he's kind of saying now at this point is you can go down that secret door. And he's warned you that Lareth knows you're coming back, and he set a trap. And he expected you sooner, frankly, and 20 hours went by. And so he senses now that you can confront this trap and try to take on this Lareth. Or we may be able to escape now and head back to Hommlet. But he will be out and still alive.
This does not sound like a thing to be left to fester and boil and cause a wound in the countryside. This needs to be lanced and eliminated.
And he goes, I sense that you know much more about this. And you can sense this guy is very old and very knowledgeable. And he's very careful about that toadstool. And he goes, that will be fine. It's up to your decision now. I can make our way back to the grove. I will take this, and I can make it back. I'm confident. And you guys can carry on and confront Lareth. But be warned, he may be on his own terms. You will have to be very careful and clever.
So what's the low and hide guy gonna do? Is he gonna go back to town with these guys, or?
Sprite would go back. Namzu would go back with the toadstool. And you guys would carry on into the stairs. And at this point, if you go back, you probably... Well, I don't know. Actually, I'm going to leave it open. You guys sense that it's an opportunity yet. You know there's an ambush, so you can turn the ambush on the ambush.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps. And yet they're chaotic. You sense they're not as tough as they made out to be. Like, you guys are tough.
I don't think we should bring Lowen with us, especially if there's an ambush.
Yeah, I don't trust him either. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lowen. I don't know who sensed that, but he was lying.
Yeah, we should leave him here for now. The other two guys see him.
Yeah, leave him locked up in that cage.
Well, we can get him on the way out. I just don't want him with us.
Good idea.
The next hour. And then, and then if the other two are okay to go, we send them on their way. I don't know. The cloaks work. Do you want to go get more cloaks?
That could work, but we need to make it quick.
Well, it's only in the next room, right? I mean, it's not that far back.
I know we can escort these two guys to the stairs, get them upstairs, make sure there's no slime around, grab fresh cloaks. We need to get in here, and we need to hit Lareth now.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have a whole lot of resources left to do it with, but we need to get there and hit them.
I mean, we've had two. Basically, we've assaulted this place twice.
Yep.
Both times we've kind of made dents in their defenses. Next time it may be you know, they may be waiting for us.
So, sounds like they're waiting for us now. Next time, they may not even be here at all.
But are they waiting for dudes in cloaks, in yellow eye cloaks?
Exactly. So let's go grab them quick. Get these guys upstairs. We'll leave this scary dude here in the cage. We'll pick him up on the way out, bring him back to town later for the constables to take care of.
You can't do this. You can't leave me in this place. Are you serious? Leave me chained up like some
Tell
sort
him
of...
if we die, you're going to get eaten by the next guy that comes through. So keep quiet, and we'll get you on the way out. But if you yell, we die, you die. You better hope we don't die.
Give me a sec.
You can't do this. You can't cross me. I'm low and hide. And he starts screeching. How dare you? He starts yelling. Starts freaking out, banging the cage. How dare you leave me? I get you. I'll get no people. I know people in Vervlog. He starts screaming. Freaking out. And rattling the cage. Now, Shang, you're there going, wow.
This guy is losing it.
I'm gonna enter the room. Is the cage door locked?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's opened it yet on this guy.
I'm gonna, and he's changed the wall even if the cage was opened.
No, he's just in the cage.
All right, I'm just gonna approach the side of the cage and I say, "You make any more noises, and the last thing you're gonna be worried about is people eating you."
He backpedals to the other side of the cage. Of course. You'll be rewarded. Get me out of here right now. You? Huh? I'll give you 8,000 gold pieces. Just, you? Right now. I know where there's a catch of items. Huh? Buried.
Where would that be?
I'll need to pray on this. And I'll leave the room again.
Well, I certainly don't believe the 8,000 gold pieces part. Whether he knows there's something else, maybe.
He's turned into a weird character. Shifty. So Namsu, he's like, all right then.
I think
What have you decided?
I believe we have.
Leave me here.
Carry on or come? I fear once we go back to the village, we come back, they'll be gone.
I think this is a carry on my wayward son moment.
Indeed. So down secret stairs. Okay, everybody. This is actually a good spot to stop. I know it's not an epic long session like we're used to in some cases. Just 3.5 hours or 3-ish.
Yeah.
Is that okay with everyone? It seems like a good spot because we could push it for another 1.5, 2 hours, and I don't think it would quite finish. And I think one more session we could wrap up.
Okay, so if we quit now, the two dudes with the mushroom, we're going to meet up with them where?
The Grove.
The Grove.
Back in the village.
Yeah.
Lowen
Full rest in the meanwhile.
Lowen's locked in the cage. And
Yes.
we're going to have, everybody's going to put cloaks on.
Try that one.
Everyone but me.
Not
curious
buying
if
that.
people before they leave know of any way that can help us fit in better or blend in better with the local crowd, if they noticed anything or anything that can help us.
Well, at the moment, you think that it had a lot to do with get by the ogre, definitely being as simple as he was. If you were wearing a symbol with the cloak on it, you got by. I'm not sure if that's going to carry on It's not a mass army. I don't want to say too much, but
That's fine. I just didn't know if there was anything they knew of or no.
no, probably pushing your luck with the symbol disguise at this point. But there is this staircase turning into the darkness, and he warned you. He said, yeah, okay, and this is up to you guys. You can go ahead, but Lareth knows you're there, and he set up a trap. Now, a long time's gone by, so the traps tend to kind of get bored, and people and soldiers, and
Yep.
you guys could leave now, but the consequence would be that Lareth gets away, and whatever else. And in fact, that if you hit them now, you can possibly raid their treasure and stuff. And you've learned that when Red Sonja escaped, she took everything with her.
Yeah.
But that was pretty minor.
Well, since we are all deciding to proceed, and it's been a while since we've eaten or rested, I'm gonna look to everyone and I'm gonna ask, did you bring any rations or water?
For the day.
Yeah, I've got some food and water.
Yes.
Boudica is not over here, but then I say, okay, I think we should take a small rest before we continue on.
How many hit points do you get back for resting a full rest?
A full rest, I think one is like 1 hit point per
You guys
day.
aren't taking a full rest.
No.
That's
like-
that's 8 hours. We don't have 8 hours.
I'm generous, and I give a hit point an hour on a full rest.
Okay, I was just wondering.
No, I just want like a 10-minute break to eat and drink and get ready.
Yeah.
Basically regather our strength and
Yeah.
all this.
Oh, and shed any effects and stuff, and
Try to get some food down after puking.
yeah. And you guys realize you're doing good things, though. Like, you're gelling as a party. There's a lot of stuff going on, by the way. You realize there's this Namsu and Sprite guy have a lot of information.
Seem to know too much almost.
Perhaps. And what's with the toadstool? But
I think we need to harden ourselves here and push on and get back to find out what was going on with the Grove, because obviously they know somebody in the Grove. Bodisa?
Judging by the fact that he said he knew my father, or my adoptive father, I'd say it's probably Giroux. I mean, he is well connected.
I'm willing to press on. It's just that I'm concerned I only got 9 hits. If I get a good hit, I'm dead.
and also, there's been a lot of party interplay and a lot of personal interaction, to the point that there is some mild suspicions and some serious suspicions going on in the group. There's some holdouts and stuff, and that's been great. I love the way that's worked out. And bear in mind that the only people that have actually seen Boudica, well, nobody has.
Except
And
the
I caught a
character that's
glance of
not
an eye.
here.
Well, Jang's caught a few glimpses, and possibly has something of an idea, but
okay.
I have no idea how much she knows.
Yeah. And it was funny because Namsu actually seemed to look right through you, which was weird.
Well, when you know things, you know things.
Yeah.
Fair
He seemed
enough.
surprised. Yeah. And so I'm going to stop the broadcast, by the way.
Okay.
And it's been a private one, but
Understood.
anyway.